Good evening everybody. I hope you're doing well this fine Tuesday evening. Good evening one and all. Let me just swap on through to the scene. There we go. Nice peaceful night here in Borealis Harbour. Good evening all. We've got lots of people in already. The dude everyone likes, Lady Daisy, Andy, Robin, Silent Mouse, Dog Otter, Cook Meat, Apophis and Funk Fizzle. Lovely to see you again. Doc Otter, what's up sunshine? And Creatives and Builds, good evening one and all. Can't stay for too long, but I have a couple of questions before you have to go study for exams. One, do Maragon feasts still sell? I believe so. I haven't really sold many. Excuse me. Excuse me. I haven't sold many myself. That's simply because I haven't been listing them, not through them not actually selling at all. Would it be worth it to start up on a second realm, low pop RP for gold making, or is this too dead of a server type? I'd say try it out. You never know. There's always a niche in certain servers, so I would give it a go. You could always start a character up and just see what the kind of gold making situation is on that front. Going very well, thank you very much, Builds. Having a lovely evening. Spent some time out in the sunshine at lunchtime. Busy working during the day, of course, though, unfortunately. Or, there goes my coffee here. Or, fortunately, rather. Thank you. And Stopcraft, good evening to you. And Alkarin, thank you very much. We sold a few of those feasts. Don't sell immediately, but it's about 2k per one. So that's good. I mean, I've sold a few Bountiful Captain's feasts still. So there are the occasional sales of those. But I would like to put in a little bit extra on that front. Happy Tuesday indeed. I hope we're not too confused. It's not Sunday. And Zimpao, wow, fantastic. 12 months, that's a whole year of using your Prime. Thank you very much. That's super duper kind of you. So thank you very much for that. That is incredibly kind of you. A whole load of emotes for you. Thank you for your support. A few finally done with the emissary quest for the day. 20k gold in the bank. I really needed more 2,000 gold emissaries. Wow, that's 10 emissaries in one go. That's a lot, certainly. What's my work, Hulk Hockey? I do 3D art. So basically, I've done it all lots of different things across my 20 odd years. 25 years, I think I've been doing it now. So everything from computer games to film to commercials, and currently I'm just doing like corporate stuff, so that's slightly less glamorous than some of the previous stuff I've done. There you go, I forgot to put the emotes in there, Zimpao. There we go. And Dressing Rose, good evening to you. Happy early Sunday. Yeah, we'll call it an early Sunday, that'll work for me. And good evening, Cassette Tape. You snagged a lot of tie spray linen today for a steal, so much that you're out of bank and bag space. I know that exact feeling, Lady Daisy. I'm still recovering from my big purchase from before. Let me just go and have a look. One moment. That's it. So currently, actually no, we need to go. Where do I want to go? Enter here. There we go. Confused as where I was for a minute then. Currently, my guild bank is looking rather stuffed. We have a load of Tide Spray in there, and then a load of Tide Spray left in there, and then I've put a little bit more in there in the spare places. I put a whole load in that spare place. I've managed to free up a little bit of space there, and then my bank itself, I think, has a fair amount of Tide Spray in there in the regular bank, and then the reagent bank. I think we're kind of clear on the reagent bank, so that's quite lucky. But yeah, I know the feeling, definitely. Am I self-employed? No, I actually work for a company, Scobble. I have been self-employed in the past, though. I spent many years as a freelancer, so going around different commercial houses in London and stuff like that. So I've done a bit of everything. Don't forget about the Paragon chest as well. The reputation buffs gives 3,000 rep. Or 3k, is that 3,000 gold per Paragon? Or are you thinking gold, 3,000 rep itself? Good afternoon, good evening, Camby Salad, good evening to you. 3,000 rep itself, right, okay. You're up to 2.6 million and have almost enough for herbs for another 2 months of the 35 alts doing bag of anchors. Oh, excellent, so you're all pretty much set up then. It's just a question of churning out the anchors. I was considering doing something similar with El Morte, rather than taking blacksmithing on. I did consider keeping alchemy and just using it for the daily cooldown, but I'm not sure. I'm still undecided as to what I'm going to do with my professions. Closet, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And Will, good evening to you as well. Thank you both for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely evening so far. Not entirely sure where I'll head tonight. I'll check the usual mailbox and restocks. I did get the opportunity to do a fair amount of that recently anyway, so I think I should be in a good position. I think looking at, I've got some tide spray to clear out, a little bit more sent over from Earthen, and then we also have, I did a restock on enchants, obviously getting some good sales through already. I will probably need to just check on my enchants at the moment, see how that goes. We'll start off with that, start with the usual gold making bits and pieces. Is it the Queen's birthday today? Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was sometime in June for some reason. But it goes 2 times faster to get the rep bonus during the rep buff. Exactly, that's another good thing. The rep bonus, I haven't experienced it yet, but I am looking forward to that as well. I finally bit the bullet and resub. Oh, congratulations, Will. Welcome back. It's good to have you here. She has 2. Of course she does. Only the Queen can have that, I can imagine. So, in terms of what we've got here, so we're currently sitting, I did manage to pick up all my gold that was left over from the weekend, and we weren't able to open that. That was about 140,000 gold, so that has recouped some of my costs on my tide spray. I'd like to get this a little bit higher. I feel a bit more comfortable this being around 1 million, if I can, on my main character. So I'm just going to go through and take some of the rings and weapons and the other things and do a quick cancel scan on these, because I imagine with all the activity there's probably some cancelling we need to do on some enchants. We'll take those off and then we'll put a fresh lot on once those cancels come through. It's so much easier with the mailbox refresh now. It's so much better. Won't forget the emissaries for rep. Did all 3k yesterday on all 10 characters. So many world quests. That is a lot. That is a lot to do in one go. But she has an official birthday and then her real day of birth one. It's like a tradition. I guess if you're the Queen, you can do that certainly. Good evening, Jack. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. How's your week been so far? So, in terms of that, we need to just go and repost those on. Then I'll go check on my restocking of everything else. I think I got most of it done earlier. I managed to get my enchants restocked thanks to a whole load of bracer shuffles whilst I was AFK. So, excuse me. So let's have a look at all of my auctions. And then we can go and do a full restock on what we have at the moment. So cooking, enchanting and tailoring gives me a fair few enchants again to do, a little bit of food here. Now I haven't included the feasts here. I would like to add those in at some point. Now we were missing a few things: Blood of Sargeras, imbued silkweave, Shalderai silk, we might need a little bit more on there. The rest of this we could probably just pick up from the bag. I got hexweave bag stuff now. Cooking will need a little bit on that, so let's have a look at the gathering of these. So we could probably do most of this. Temporal Crystals, that was an issue for me earlier. I didn't have much of them. My mat cost is really small on that front. I might have to take an average buy 15 gold for those. I have started my garrison work orders again, so I should be getting some of those at some point. But for the immediacy, I think maybe I ought to just have a look. Oh, that's already been done. Oh, didn't mean to click log out there. That was my task manager getting overzealous on that one. Okay, I'll have to drop back in. I realised today I only have 1.5 months to get the last 2 million gold if you want to make it for his 6-year anniversary instead of his birthday. Well, that gives you 1.5 months, 6 weeks. So that means you would have to probably up the pace a little bit, Drizzling Rose. It's certainly doable, but I'm not sure how quickly you're making your gold at the moment, certainly. Sorry, got itchy knee. There we go. Helps you get some of the recipes that are locked behind rep. Yes, certainly. That's going to be the good thing for the reputation. So, tailoring crafts, get from the guild bank, a whole load of that. And then some stuff. Now, we do have some veiled crystals required here. 16 of those. We can deal with those myself. Let's do the enchanting. and then we'll make the veiled crystals we need. I have 383 expulsum thanks to doing a whole load of bracelet shuffles earlier, so I can afford to do veiled crystals 16. Let's round that up to a good 20 honourable sceptres. We'll start with those, and then we'll work our way through beyond them. Good evening, Mr. Weekhelp. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And Dimitri, good evening to you as well. Been following my videos for a while and finally get to see me live. Oh, cool. Congratulations and welcome on board. Just started your journey to get your longbow. Well, fantastic news. If you do have any questions, please do ask in chat, and myself or anyone else will be able to answer as best we can. But good luck on your journey to the longboy. I'm sure you'll be able to... Someone flirts with fear. I'm sure you'll be able to get that in no time at all. So let's have a look. We've got that made, so we now need to disenchant the sceptres and these braces that I've got spare as well. So we'll get some veiled crystals from this lot. Running a little bit sluggish here at the moment. We'll let that run through. You could always go to Dalaran if it's getting a little bit too stuck at the moment. It's a fantastic buff for getting the reps and the ranks, absolutely. I think it's now's a good time for coming back to WoW and getting the things you need. Now this is quite laggy, as I've only got a few things to make here and I'm going to be jumping around the place. I might as well just do these for now. I've got some Blood of Sargeras to get as well, so maybe now's a good time to jump over. I'll do that now. I'll jump over to Dalaran. It'll be a little bit quieter then. How much longer will the longboy be available? Well, we don't have a release date yet for Shadowlands, so many people are still hopeful that it will be this year, but you never know. I mean, it seems to be in a good state at the moment. It depends how long they keep it in testing for, but I'm not sure. I would take a guess at towards October, November time, but it may even be as late as December and January. And we haven't got a pre-patch yet, have we? Or a date for that. Good evening, Runa. Hope you're doing well. So I think the longboy going back to the black market auction house is going to be not on pre-patch though, is it? It's going to be on when actual Shadowlands gets released. I wouldn't mind if they released in 2021. Don't even have a beta date exactly. I think I'd be quite happy for it to be next year. I've got so much to do. I've got plenty to keep me occupied, that's for sure. Right, a lot of stuff from the guild bank here, so we'll pick those up first. This is a nice easy way to go this way. And there we go, and we sold a Cord of Critical Strike for 640. So get from guild bank all of that lot. I prefer them to do an amazing job with Shadowlands 2. Don't mind the wait, exactly. I think that's the general consensus with more people at the moment, and people are thinking, I'd rather wait than actually have something that no one's happy with. Certainly, more time to get the longboy exactly, and give people that extra chance. Not a bad idea. So enchanting crafts, we can do that from the vendor. Tailoring crafts, bolt of imbued frostweave. Let's do these whilst we're here. So we need 30 of those. I can only do 27 at the moment. I need to make 5 bolts of frostweave first. So let's start with those. And then we can do the imbued frostweave after this lot. Excited for this evening. You'll be able to taking a first go at Mythic Nyalotha. Oh, congratulations, Doc Otter. Good luck. I hope it works out well for you. So now we can do 30 bolts with our infinite dust that we have. Hoping for some BOEs, that would be very good. I may be tempted to do a Mythic Plus dungeon tonight, actually, depending on how things go. I'll start with the gold making first, obviously. I've been doing the pants vendor shuffle, and a lot since you're in the high pot realm. It's very easy to find tide spray under 2 gold. Thanks for the tip. Excellent, Dimitri. It's a nice consistent part of gold. It does require time, but it does mean that you're just dealing with the vendor. That does hold a lot of appeal. I've never had tide spray that low here on Shadow Song, but here's forever being hopeful, certainly. Let's say you get one Paragon box for each BfA Exalted rep. One Paragon box is about 4,000 gold, and you've got 10 characters. That will give you 280,000 gold. Wow, okay, that's a decent amount. How much do you earn with Tie Spray at 2 gold each? I've not done the actual calculation myself, and it depends slightly on your number of blues you get. So I would have to. I've not done it, so I don't know what the actual statistics are for it. And there is a similar one, as Will said, for Legion. If you can find Shalder Ice Silk that cheap, you can't normally do it that much. I'd be surprised to find Shalder Ice Silk that cheap, because a lot of people are not sort of farming that area. Although with the reputation now available, maybe that's something that we'll see, that the price will go down a little bit. So that's done. Let's swap over to Enchanting and Mysterious Essence. We'll use our Spirit Dust because that's cheaper. So we'll get those. And then Vendor is the... we need another 6 for that, to get the 2 of those. We need to do 3 each time. There we go. Just bought 200k worth of Tie Spray for 1 gold 90. Currently crafting. That will take a while, certainly. Some nice Shalder Eye farms out there. That's a good idea, actually. Will, if you're certainly one like yourself who is good at farming, definitely I can see the appeal there. Good evening, Gwilyn. How are you? Hope your week has started all right. So buy from the auction house. We'll get our next lot of stuff. Move over this way. So now, in theory, I would like to see if I could buy any of these up. Essence of Water is looking a little bit expensive at 1,000,000 gold, so I bought up what I could there. Rubbery Flank, 44 gold is quite expensive. I don't know how much I need. 80 of that. So my mat cost is 40, so it would take me over price slightly. What is that for actually making? Is it cooking, I imagine? What needs the Rubbery Flank? That's the baked potato. And the profit margins on baked potato are currently okay, actually, 83 gold. So I can afford to take that Rubbery Flank at a higher price. So we take 80 of that. I'll only get what I need on that front. So I'll buy that and take the 80. There we go. Stupid amount of gold, but also some time that you need to spend doing the daily emissary on all 10 characters. Yes, definitely. Where's that destroy option in TSM? You type /TSM destroy. /TSM space destroy. There you go, Silent Mouse has got you then. He was doing the bracer disenchant manually. Ouch. Trivial Gnome, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Now, Shalder Eye Silk at 5 gold 99. We will be making Silkweave Satchels with this, I think. Let me just check what's actually on the list. So we need Silkweave Satchels. We've got the blood. No, we haven't got the blood of Sargeras we need for that. So a Silkweave Satchel. Silkweave Satchel. Looking at this down here, it's got a crafting cost of 315. Our mat cost of Shalder Eye Silk is 350. So 599 is quite a bit more expensive than our mat cost of 350. And you need 90 of them for that. So currently the satchel's at 470 gold. So if we were to buy the Shalder Eye Silk at, what's the price here? 599, so that's 6 gold. So let's just do a 6 times 90 would be a 540 cost versus a 470 sale. So it's not worth buying the Shalder Eye Silk. Looking at that, so I'll leave off the Silkweave Satchels. I won't make those. Frostweave bags and Netherweave bags, definitely. Good morning, good evening, Mushy. Hope you're doing well. And Korzak, good evening to you as well. Hope you're doing well. So next up is Blood of Sargeras for this, and then we've got everything there. Vendor stuff and the Rubbery Flank we need to deal with there. Oh, cassette tape, thank you very much for the cheer. That's very kind of you. Oh, okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon works just as well. Why would you want to destroy items? Clear inventory. This option pops up when you log on. It could be something that you either is on your list to disenchant, or it's something like you can mill or prospect or something like that. That's what TSM destroying is coming up for. Finally got the 5 million gold for your Longboy. Excellent. Congratulations, cassette tape. That's amazing. You're going to hold off buying so you have some capital to work with, but it's been relaxing knowing that you'll be able to buy it whenever. Videos have helped you stay motivated in gold making. Thanks for all the help. That's absolutely fantastic. Cassette tape, congratulations on that. Let's see a whole load of Longboys in the chat for you. Congratulations. Now, if I was you, I bought it straight away, so I appreciate your restraint, certainly. Are the tie spray linen braces the best way to get expulsum? Potentially, depending on what professionals you have available and what price your tie spray linen is, basically. But usually, if your enchants are a decent price to offset it, have a check in the bracer shuffle spreadsheet to see if it's worth it for you. If I give a link for that, if you haven't checked that out already, have a look at that one. That will give you a list. You put in your market prices, and that will tell you whether it's worth doing the shuffle using the bracers, and it'll tell you which bracers as well. So looking at this, Temporal Crystals, much as I don't want to buy them, I think it's worth me getting them in quantity so that I can make, what is it for my enchanting? It's the Mark of the Thunderlord and the Tome of Illusions Draenor. So I'm going to bite the bullet and get some extra for this. So if I have a look here, we need 59. I can buy 14 at 15 gold, but any more, 17 gold. Let's check actually. Let's check Fractured Temporal Crystals. Let's go back one step. Go to my enchanting. Go down to Temporal Crystals for the garrisons. Run a shopping scan here. I'm seeing quite a few actually. Well, it's definitely worth it. So now looking at this, Temporal Crystals should be 1/10 of the price of Fractured. Should be, so because 10 Fractured Temporal Crystals make 1, so that would actually be 9 gold 10. So it's actually better for me to buy them at that price. We don't have a huge amount there, so I'll just take the 96. That gives me 9 at least. I need 59. I still need another 50. And Temporal Crystals, let's have a look here. Luminous Shard is for... what's that specifically for? That's the... don't think I want to buy those at that price anyway. I get 14 at 15 gold, and then I can get 35 at 17.50. Let's take those, and then let's take 35 there. That should at least keep me the ones I want on that front. And then Essence of Water will leave, and Sun's Radiance I'll get El Morte to make for me. So we'll swap over and get those. So I need 4 Sun's Radiance. Let's go over and do that whilst I remember. So let's log out. Right one too, good evening, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're just going to trot through and do a restock here. Where am I? In Barabbas, that's fine. Okay. You were busy leveling your inscription, had to craft like 20 Darkmoon cards. Surprised they even sold. Made already 6k from it. I wonder who buys them. If that's not your concern. I haven't tried the Darkmoon cards yet. I must give that a go. Temporal Crystals are 50 gold each on your server. Wow. The ward enchants for you. It ruins the ward enchants for you. Have you set up your garrison, Runar? Because that is the best way of getting your Temporal Crystals. So let me look at this. Sun's Radiance. Let's see if I can make some Sun's Radiance here. Sun's Radiance, I can make plenty because I have the Golden Lotus for it. So let's create 4 specifically here. Is the auction house shared between Horde and Alliance? Yes, it is. Not on Classic, but it is on the regular retail now. There's no such thing as a neutral auction house anymore. So we'll go over and get ready to send these. So let's have a look. Send Sun's Radiance in my mishmash of stuff here. There it is. Drag that in. We'll send that over to Samadan. That's a lot cheaper to do it that way than anything else. Let's jump back to Samadan and we'll pick that up. You're working on doing it with 5 other alts to get the amount you need on a high pop server. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. And also, yes, as Silent Mouse says, check the price of fractures because they can be a lot cheaper like we found there. What professions am I having any luck with now? Enchanting is basically dead for you, and thinking of swapping to Inscription or Alchemy. I'm finding both Inscription and Alchemy are doing okay for me at the moment. I was actually lucky enough to get a Silas proc earlier today, so I was able to even restock. Although I would be loath to actually drop a profession for another one, I would always suggest making extra characters for extra professions, because that way you can still eke out what you can from that. And especially like enchanting, there's a lot of old world enchants that are still selling at a very good profit margin for me. It might be worth considering those. Let's just take the Sun's Radiance. Then we are left with the Temporal Crystals. We need to make them from the fractures that we bought. So we've got some here, so we'll just convert those. That should give me enough. And then the one thing we're missing is that Essence of Water, so I don't think we'll be buying that. We need to buy the fresh potato in a moment. That's all built there, and then we'll buy this using the TSM window. There we go, and we can buy those. And then our last thing we can take off the list is that, we need some Blood of Sargeras actually. We're in the right place for that. I'm going to take that Tome of Illusions off. 4 of 5. I could leave that one. As Will says, yeah, don't drop a profession. If you have time, level some alts with the buff and try to cover all the professions for special lands. Maybe put some time and gold into another character. I definitely would recommend that over dropping a profession, certainly. I know Alchemy certainly does require a fair amount in reputations, but now is the perfect time to do it. They cost 54 gold on your server. You checked fractures and it was 1 gold each, so you bought all 1500 of them. Time to flip. Excellent, Silent Mouse. That would be a nice flip indeed. So you're selling some Uncanny gear, and some folks list them above 10k for normal price. When sell on average is about 5 to 6k. Where would you post them at? I would go with something like that for a normal price. If you're the only one selling it, then you might as well set your price. I think around 10k is reasonable, certainly. If people want to gear up, they will buy it. I don't think that will affect the overall price. The best thing with Uncanny gear is to have a range of it, of all the different types, and that way you can actually sell have a better chance at a decent sale rate, certainly. Stay weird, thank you very much for the follow. Check Bet Tartar, you're selling it on your mid-server at the moment for 91 gold each. Very nice. Last time I checked, it was on my list for remaking. But at the moment, we are actually saying a 10 gold profit at the moment, so that's not too bad. Do I have any actually on the auction house at the moment? Yes, I've got 49 on the auction house. I just haven't had any sales. Last sold was 64 days ago. Dark Vibra and Dom Need, thank you also for the follows. Hope you're doing well. Do I play any classic WoW? I did for a little bit, Yarnold, and when it first came out I really enjoyed it. But unfortunately I wasn't able to split my time between both, so I had to make the decision to stick with retail over classic. Sad as that makes me, because I do enjoy classic, and it's a casual sort of relaxed pace, especially when playing a priest. So, right, Blood of Sargeras is the next thing to think about here. So, I managed to do a world quest mission earlier. We have a Legion Insult on at the moment. There's one here. That would be a good one. We get some nether shards as well, so we can turn that into chaos crystals. So that's going to be definitely on the list. we can close down the window there. So let's get ourselves over in that direction, and then we can enjoy the ride. Let's go over this way, ignore that area. We can hop over here. I'll get a flight path to the nearest area that's near there. Where are we? Down here. So let's go Skyfire, do that one. That should keep me going at the moment. And Parasitic Gene, thank you very much for the follow. I cannot be short of Chaos Crystals, that's just silly. You'd be surprised actually. I don't think I've got, I can't remember how many I've got left at the moment. Past month, TSM says 1.2 million gold earned, an average 42,000 a day. Very nice. Reset the market and bought all the crafting meat for it, so you have two choices: buy your bear tartar or farm for the meat. That's fair enough. I mean, I can do LFR Legion raids now. They are now legacy loot. That's a good idea actually. 6 items per boss, so I could try that as Samadan. That's probably not a bad idea. I hadn't thought of that. Because I don't do many sort of like dungeons and runs and things like that, I tend to forget that I can collect things up quite easily that way. Thanks for the suggestion, Mushy. Sometimes you have to make a market profitable. Yes, you do exactly, Jack. You have to force the circumstances that are favourable to you, certainly. Right, what have you got here? Let's have a look. What does my TSM ledger says about Chaos Crystals? Let's have a look. Whilst we're here and flying, we can do that. Let's have a look at our ledger. And Chaos Crystals. Total 106 at the moment I have on me. In the bank, the total value of 3,200. So we do have some on me, which is always handy. So let's go over here. Right. Good old Soul with us now. Nice to have him with us. Let's fly on over. Get ourselves some... our Solena, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Where is... must be down here. Ah, you are dead at the moment. So let's wait for the next one. That should work. You have 6.5 million in sales and 40,000 per day since you installed TSM early December. Very nice, Drizzling Rose. That is nice numbers. So 40k per day, is that going to give you enough for getting it in time? Left Boy, thank you very much. 3 months in a row with your Prime. Thank you very much for your support. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you even more so for your support. Thank you indeed. Cool, have I missed it? Oh, you're over here. Okay. For a minute there, I thought it was over. Ah, there you are. There we go. That was quick. Got some Shalderai Silk. Got some Nether Shards. Well, speaking of Nether Shards, actually, we'll go back to our Order Hall because I've got the Elite Strike Centenax to hand in as well. That will give me some extra Nether Shards as well. So even though I can get Chaos Crystals through the LFR system, being able to buy them quite easily like that is also very easy. So let's head on over this way whilst I remember. Go around here and into my Order Hall. How much do you think Chaos Crystals, how much do I think they cost? They are probably pretty cheap actually, from looking at them. Metcat, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. How much did you miss? Not too much, just 40 minutes. We're just going through and restocking on Samadan here. So a whole load of Nether Shards now, which is going to be really useful for our Chaos Crystals, even though we can get them other means. I wonder what they're actually priced at on the server now. That could be interesting. We'll have a look on our auction house once we've left here. As someone who just recently leveled most professions to get into crafting, does anyone know the reputation lot behind recipes you should focus on? You've got enchanting and tailoring cleared, so I'm thinking the alchemy ones would be good to get the rank 3s if you can get those. Some of those are work orders, and some of those are behind reputation, and some of those are behind dungeons as well. So let's have a look. So we'll jump in here and shopping. Chaos Crystal. Currently at 26 gold. So my average, my mat cost is coming in at 20 gold, which is my average purchase price. Their current price, region market value, is actually 46. So it would be tempting actually to buy those at 26. Just so that I've got a little bit extra stock. So I'm going to take those now, because it will also help with just keeping the markets more buoyant, like Jack was saying with the Bear Tartar. Buy them cheap whilst you can, certainly. So I'll stick with those. And then now that we got our Blood of Sargeras for our imbued silkweave bags, we have enough for making of everything now. So let's start with the enchanting. We'll make all the things we need to make here. Let this one through, and then we'll carry on from there. Dom Need, what do I think of using crafting professions to make money on an extremely high pop server versus a low to medium pop server? You're finding on Draenor EU the competition for crafted good is wild. Yes, Draenor in particular is quite a tricky server to make gold on in terms of professions, because there will be lots of people on there who have been able to buy the things for a lot cheaper, or made them themselves, or just put down ridiculous prices. So I would see in terms of professions, I don't know. I have got a character on Draenor, but I haven't actually tried the professions themselves. If anyone is on Draenor and can advise, please do shout out. But I can understand it may be better to sell either the materials or even flip a few things. Might be useful. On all the full servers, Goldmakers to make gold. Yeah, it can be a tricky market to break into, but I'm sure if you can look for the average price for some of the fast moving items, like maybe Zinanthid, or even some of the old world things and some of the ores and herbs and things, and see if there's a niche for you to be able to buy them cheap and just push the price up a little bit higher. Gorga, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You've only known Taramel, that's where all your 48 alts are. That's brilliant. Come with you to LFR. Oh, hold on. Literally done them, so you automatically get. You already done them, so you automatically get all the loot. That's very kind of you, Mushy. I'll leave it at the moment. I don't think I'll need it just yet, but maybe we could do a Mythic Plus later if you're up for it. You bought Veiled for. You buy even raw mats. You bought Veiled for 100 gold. That's a reasonable price. It saves you a lot of time doing the bracer shuffle. Good news, you transferred one of your tunes from Twisty Nether, 4 more to go. Excellent, Medkit. Good luck on your new server. Tomorrow is a reset and you can go again. That's not a good point. What was my key? We'll have to have a look at that. I'll see that in a moment once I've just crafted these very, very slow netherweave bags. And then, now what am I missing here? Did I use up a Blood of Sargeras there without realising it? What did I use a Blood of Sargeras on? Or what didn't I get? Because I should have had enough there. Gathering wise, I need one more Blood of Sargeras. Okay, we'll go off and get that somewhere. Let's have a look whilst we're here. Oh, I just finished that whilst it was going. Hold on. Right, one thing at a time. My key. Tomes, weapons, junk. Where's my key? I keep forgetting what it looks like. There we go. No, that's a Vessel of Horrific Visions. That's not my key. Did I actually pick up a key last time? I didn't do one actually. That reminds me, I didn't do one last week. So I didn't get a key. So I have no key, unfortunately. Yes, I don't think we did one last Tuesday. Almost got 100 members in the TSM community, Jack. Oh, that's amazing. That's really good. That's come along really quickly. Let's have a look. Did I check the chest? I haven't actually checked the chest, no. So we'll have a look. Let's go. Okay. First in my head is get that last Blood of Sargeras. Hopefully there's one nearby that I can pick something up. That's all for Awakening Essence. Oh, there's a good one there. Unchecked Power. That gives me 9 Blood of Sargeras. So let's go and do that one. Over on the Broken Shore. We'll do that one. If I good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that was the wrong place to stand. I actually meant to go this way. I'll head this way. I'll try and make a mental list of all the things I need to do. At the moment it's building up quite rapidly, which is always good. It's good to keep busy. So, actually 100 characters, yes, that is true actually. We've got many alts in there as well. Alright, let's go down here. So, Unchecked Power, Scrolls of Knowledge and Fellborn Insurgents. Okay. Is that the one that's over here at the end? I think it is, isn't it? Let's have a look. I can't quite see with all the other big icons we've got here. Actually, no, it's just over here. Yeah, there's a Centinex. We'll just ignore that for the moment. I think it's just TSM community at the moment. Seems strange to be standing on the Centinex after all the trouble it caused during Legion. There we go. Because you got in the market on Shadow Song, I'm guessing. It's okay, just one or two main competitors is fine, absolutely. Right, is this what I'm doing? This is the, yes, Unchecked Power. Unchecked Power will kill some of these, right. That's quite quick. And where do we get the other things from? We'll come down this section. Might as well AoE these, seems a bit easier. And what we need to do is remove magic effects from nearby enemies. Don't really need to bother with that. But we do need to pick up this, the Scrolls of Knowledge. So that's easy enough, we'll do that. And just AoE these whilst we go in. And then there's another scroll there. This should be quite rapid. Going on from here. I'll probably, where are all the other scrolls? Can't see many of them around at the moment. I see lots of those. Not much of the sparkly scrolls. Let's go over this way and have a look. There's one down here. You can take that one. We'll do that one. I've missed Sol's voice. That was always good. Right, oh, there's one there. Just on the edge. Then we can do that. Plus you plan to be farming a lot too. Excellent. Someone needs to start on. What's that for? Is there a Horde variant for the Taskmaster? Yes, we do definitely need a Horde variant. If someone does set one up, sign me up. Right, you're over there. I can do those easily, 3 of those together, but I'm looking for the actual scrolls, which are harder to come by the looks of things. There's one down here. The Insurgents are fine. We've only got 6 of the 12 scrolls. Aha, here's one. And there's one down here. Should be able to pick up a few things here. Insurgents are the same. Take a few of these as I'm running around. I've got 3 scrolls here as well. So you can do all of these at once, and then collect up the scrolls afterwards. And loot, of course, get some Shelter Eye Silk and a little bit of gold, always a good thing. Interesting facts on, oops, hold on, I'll come and read that in a moment once I finish this up. Take that, and there's the book I wanted. 2 books even. Do we need 2? I need another 1 after this. I also need, I need quite a few insurgents, so I'll do a few of those whilst we're down here. Round some up.
Another sword!
Right, that should be a good amount. And then I can get that, and we should be done. There we go. Okay, that's 9. That was good. Okay, got 8 minutes left on that. So let's get my flying boots on and head back up to Dalaran. I'll head over there and then I'll catch up on what I missed on the chat. Interesting facts on Shadowsong. Since it's connected to Azuna, you can make a fresh DK. Do the DK starting zone. Generally took 1 hour to get out there. You'll be like 63 to a couple of dungeons to get 70, start a Demon Hunter, catch Invasion, level to 110, total of 3 hours, then do it on Azuna, so you have 2 Demon Hunters on 110 in 5 hours, times 2 if you have a second account, 4 Demon Hunters at 110 in 1 day, then profit on Shadowsong. That's very nice. Now, am I correct in thinking that in a connected realm, can you bypass the lockout by doing it first on one and then another? So say I had a character on Shadowsong and I did the 10 dungeon lockout, but I did it in half an hour. Then can I log on to a character on Azuna and do another 10 dungeons, but in half an hour? So it would be quite a good one to do. If you can do it that way, if you're looking to do a dungeon farm, is to find a connected realm of 2, which would be pretty good. Oh, the real Ginny, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You're stuffed. Easily fed a soccer team without food. Excellent. Clearly, if you can't see the screen properly, excellent. You love farming Dreamleaf and Starlight Rose. Had a great lap for Starlight. You could do it in your sleep. Very nice. Sweet DM. 1 Demon Hunter per round, but yes, if you have one on 2 different realms, then but they're connected, I think it counts. Yep, no worries, Real Genie, good to have you here. You can also make it on another realm and move it as well. That's another idea, although that would cost you in a bit of gold, certainly. And there's good gold for doing that Skyreach on connected realms. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If there is a good raw farm that you can do quickly, it might be worth doing something like that. So I just missed making a couple of things here. The flying carpet. I seem to be missing all my things according to that. I don't think I used them up. Did I actually make my flying carpet? Let me check on that. It may be that we didn't. Let's have a look. Lizard, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Right, bag, flying. Yes, I did make a flying carpet. TSM just didn't register it because I counted it right at the end. So we are done on restocks. There we go. The lockout is per BattleNet, and not per realm. Oh, okay, Lazy Titan. Thank you for clearing that up. I wasn't sure. I just thought the idea would work. It's a really good idea on connected realms, so you don't have to level up from 0. That is a good idea, certainly. So let's have a look. Let's repost that lot on that we just restock on. And not shopping, auctioning. Select all groups. Run a post scan. We'll get that lot gone. So imbued silkweave bag now currently selling for 18,000 gold. See if we can get any sales at that price. We've managed it at 10,000 gold. I just won't go up to the ridiculously high price of 200,000 gold. I think that's too expensive for a bag, certainly. There's nothing designer about my bags. Right, everything is on there in a decent position, so that's all good. I think it's the reason for having the Demon Hunters is that they're so quick to level because they already start up quite high. And that's the main thing, really, I think. Right, let's go, whilst I remember, let's go check my chest, see if I do get a key from that. I'll go and have a look. You're basically a real level booster now. Exactly. It's all about that made by Samadan tag. Although saying that, I've got bags made by Ginny here, so we spread them about here on Shadow Sun. So let's go check. I don't think I have anything in my chest, but just double check. Enjoy it on my own personal flying carpet. How many Chaos Crystals have you gotten today? Oh, were you doing the runs like Mushy was saying? Yes, and nothing. Did not complete a Mythic Keystone dungeon last week, so no stone for me. So we'd have to probably start at the beginning if we were to do a Mythic dungeon. Let's have a look at my other characters first, though. We need to restock on those, certainly. Oh, there's a Expulsum here for Mist Scale. I'll do that. I've got some in the guild bank. I remember. I've already done this on Earthen. Oh, I'll stick through there. Hold on. There we go. And Mist Scale. Is there any on me? Oh, it must be on Earthen. He must have it. So let's go have a look. Let's log out. What do we need? 15 Mist Scale. Let's go over to Earthen. Have a quick check there. Or a Mythic BfA raid. I was thinking of a Mythic dungeon. Did I take a look at Shadowlands Professionals? It looks really awesome. I think it's looking in a very promising state at the moment. I'm very happy with the way it's turning out so far. So I would be pleased to see it continue that way, certainly. So I believe it's in my bank. Let's have a look. Have I got some Mist Scale? It's probably in my reagent bank. That's Storm Scale. Where's Mist Scale? There it is. So I need 15. Should really condense that together. And then I'll take 15 out of them and pop them in my bags. Oh, still need that on my bags there. There we go. And then we're going to send that to Samadan because I have already done this. Yes, I have. So we'll go over this way. I think this week's Cross Realm Mythic will be available, so expect a lot of sales on. This week is Cross Realm Mythic. Will be available, so expect a lot of sales on Wednesday. What's the difference, Metcalf, it being Cross Realm? I didn't realise there was a difference there. Right, so we've got some Uncanny sales so far, so that's a good sign. We'll send this to Samadan. We'll send that. Basic, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to jump through my characters now, sending Mist Scale to different characters for the Expulsum. And then we're going to just check on everyone else's gold making. Before tomorrow, Mythic raiding is only for people on the same realm. Starting tomorrow, it's cross realm. Oh, really, Gorgle? So that's going to be interesting. Mythic raiding as well. So that's where I was mistaken. Oh, okay. That's an interesting idea. I like that. So you're going to have some collaboration with some guilds that can't do it, or maybe even some really big guilds being able to boost other ones through, maybe. So definitely time to put enchants on, I would say so. I'll check that first thing in the morning. So let's pick up that and our Mist Scale, then head on round and hand that in for an easy 5 Expulsum. And we can do that. So supplies needed. Mist Scale, give me 5 Expulsum. Thank you very much. And then we go for the next. We've done Samadan. Let's do Awakening and do a quick cancel scan on you, because we do have a Silas buff that I've got 10 minutes of at the moment, so I need to be very quick with this. Bear with me as I just jump in here, quickly check and do a cancel scan, then do a repost, see if there's anything I need to restock on. There shouldn't be, because I did a restock earlier, so that should be alright. Slimecrumb, thank you very much for stopping by. Good to have you here. Let me just have a look. I'll quickly do this. Give me one moment to focus on here and do we've got 10 minutes left on our buff, so I want to make the most of this whilst we have it. Run a cancel scan on our existing potions. Best way for alchemy is to have them on a reasonable price. We have been undercut, so we'll take those off, a few below minimum price. Take that, take our cancels, and then I don't think we'll have a restock necessary here. 36,000 in sales so far, so it's looking promising so far. Sword Hit, thank you very much for the follow. I'll come and check up on chat in a moment once I've done all of this. Let's get all of this lot on, post all of that, and Lostivy, thank you also for the follow. And then we'll come back here, go to my auctions, check those. Some of those are about to expire, so we'll come here and go to my groups. Restock selected. We do have some potion, Coastal Mana Potion. I don't need to restock on that. That's the wrong thing. I just want the Silas rank 3s. Unbridled Fury, 21 of those to restock on. So let's do those whilst we can. Alette, good afternoon for you. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for the host as well. That's very kind of you. Just running through. Am I still crafting these? No, I'm not. I'm trying to just do this quickly whilst I've got my my Silas buff at the moment, so bear with me one moment. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Just lurking and listening whilst working. Excellent. That's what I was doing earlier. It's great working from home from that point of view. I can either be crafting in the background, or I can be listening to streams and stuff and still get all my work done. So it's a very nice, definitely. I finally got a Silas this morning, which was lovely to have. So we'll stick with that. We'll get those. We'll check and post those on. Auctioning wise, I think I've got enough of those already anyway. So let's just check. Battle Potion of Strength, Fathoms, Undertow and Unbridled Fury going on. And then we'll quickly log out there so we don't use up any more of the buff. We've got 8 minutes left on that, so that's good. Alright, what else did I miss? Well, there's lots of stuff here, hold on. Blizzard restricts teaming up with cross-realm characters until 100 guilds on Alliance Horse finish Mythic on the Zoth. Then Blizzard allows it to make it cross-realm. Oh, right, okay, I see how that works, Metken. Both Horde and Alliance Hall of Fame was filled out this week, right, as Metket said. I see, I never realised it was that. First time catching one of my streams live. Just want to thank you for all my content. It's really enjoyable and helpful. Oh, that's very kind of you, Slimecrumb, to say. Very, very kind of you. And thank you for stopping by. I hope if you do have any questions, please do ask them in chat. And Flynn XS, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I'm EU, yes. So for EU, it started with this reset. So last Wednesday. Is it last Wednesday or this Wednesday coming tomorrow? Once 100 Horde guilds and Alliance killed Mythic. There we go. Yes, we got that. We got the Silas one. Let me just go through here. Yeah, you can post options in the background since you know how reposting can take time. That way, later tonight you can just play this. It's a very, very good technique to have. Basically, I wonder if the markets are any significantly different because a lot of us are more doing that kind of thing. I do wonder. You're very sleepy, so you'll lurk in the stream in bed until you fall asleep. Okay, thank you, Drizzling Rose. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Good night to you, and I hope to see you again on Thursday. Last week when you were working from home before being furloughed, you had TSM going on your laptop whilst you worked on the PC. Very nice, very nice. Only information you have since Asuna is included in Shadow Song numbers is like that. Okay, was that for... That says connected. Okay, it just says connected, but it doesn't say what. Okay, I think the Undermine journal says what realms are connected. I think, or it used to, or the realm pop used to. I don't know if that's still around now. Whilst I'm here, let's jump into Samadan. There we go. You'd like a place to move your horde characters eventually. Yeah, that would be good. I don't know whether Shadow Song's got quite a large horde quotient. I think it's mainly Alliance, as far as I know. So, looking at inscription, I imagine we could do a cancel scan on just the inscription. I imagine I've been undercut on those. Let's take a look at that. The contracts seem to be doing well with the reputation buff. So we've got a whole lot of highborn compendiums needs to be sorted there as well. More of your transmog is selling, and you're posting all, even in small amounts, over 500 gold. So say yes, because I think more people are leveling and such. Your mats are selling very quick as well. I think being on a high pop realm helps. It does when you, if you've got the time to be able to do it during the day. That's one of the ways of being able to keep your auctions going on a high pop realm, certainly. Right, let's collect those cancels up. I don't know if we've got any sales yet. Let's have a look. Just contracts at the moment. Tortolan Seekers contracts seem to be selling. That's good. Easy way. I was just wondering if Zuna is more horde heavy than Shadow Song, that's all. Oh, right. I'm not sure, Will. Really don't know. Easy way to see connected realms is to look on your /2 trade chat. It only shows people you can trade with, but the people on connected realms have their realm name shown. There is that Jizzing Rose and the script that Billis gave us a couple of weeks ago. That was also really handy. So that's done, that's done. I'll run a post scan, and we'll get that one. You moved to your main off of Argent Dawn this week. Great lively server, but it takes an expansion or two to boast anything on the auction house. Going with a challenge on a medium pop now. Excellent, Quillin. I did consider what it would be like on Argent Dawn for making gold, because I know Taliesin has got his Longboy watch on there, and I wondered what it would actually be like in real terms, in terms of making gold on a server like that. I know there's a lot of gold makers on there. I believe Student has some of his characters on there. You're safe now, Metcat. Here goes your competitor. You're on Argent Dawn, are you, Metcat? You can also go to the mailbox in-game, type A dash, and it will show all the realms in the drop-down. Oh, that's an interesting one, Angel. I didn't realise that. So if I just go... What if I do a standard one? I guess send mail to A dash. Oh, there we go. Asuna and Shadow Song. That's a nice, easy way. That's a nice idea. I like that one. It's simple, which is good for me, certainly. Hi, Totu. I didn't think I said hello to you when you came in. Hello to you. I hope you're doing well. Argent Dawn is slow right now. It's a great server, but very competitive. Amazing server community-wise. I know Emery's on there as well, isn't he? That's what you call making profit. Check the crafting price as well. What was this for? The crafting cost 26 gold for Enchant Gloves Mining. Which kind of... That's old content enchanting. Wow. Okay, that's very nice. I like that one, Jack. That's a good profit margin. The old enchants do have some good profit margins on them. Certainly. Did I post everything on that? Just check. I did. So that's good. Do we need to restock on anything? If anything, it's probably just contracts. So let's have a look here. One Tortolan Seekers contract. We'll make that. And then we'll add that back on. Only 300k off the Brute Store at this point. Excellent, Dumpster. That's very close indeed. So we'll run a post scan on that. One contract. What is the actual profit margin? 65 gold. So it's not huge, but it's doing okay for the moment. Right. Where are we at next? Next is... Let's go check on... We did check Earthen briefly. El Morte, I also saw didn't have any sales, so we'll jump lastly onto Nadamas. Let's quickly do the vendor flip and have a look on that. 820k on Alchemist, 800k on the Tailor, and 3 million on Inscriptionist. About 100k on another alt's just level. That's very nice, Dumpster. So what's getting you all that gold on the Inscriptionist? That's a lot of gold. Okay, let's swap over here. We have expires. Sold some potatoes, which is good. We'll do that. Have I looked into the ward flasks? Not yet, Silent Mouse, no. Been using my TSM profile for gold making. You've noticed that when you go to restock, it does not restock all profitable items. For example, we had a Cord of Haste, which shows as profitable, but it did not restock, and it did not have any of it on the auction house in your inventory. Interesting. It should. I'd have to go back over onto Samadan. Remind me again, and I'll have a look at that one. Tomes, glyphs, and crimson ink, mostly Legion. Interesting. Now that's one thing I need to do with Samadan, is get into the Legion stuff. Actually, I shouldn't be in here. I should be on my Brutosaur, and then we'll sort this out, and we'll do a post scan with our vendor stuff. Some of that's below minimum price. The nylon thread, currently at 30 silver. That's a good price. I'll be tempted to buy some of that up on Samadan, if I remember, in a moment. Just sold 20 scrolls for 4,100. Okay, so that's pretty good going. We did talk about that previously, is upping the amount of my scrolls. I've only got 10 at the moment. So, with all of that on, do we need to restock on anything? Let's just reload that up. Check my auctions, and I'll just check here for the moment, because I can't be bothered to actually walk over there. Go to my groups, just 20 potatoes. I didn't think it was going to be a lot. So we'll go there and auctioning, run a post scan, get our potatoes on, and then head on back inside. Okay, so we're done on that front. So let's have a look. So I mean, I've got other characters here I can start leveling up. We have El Morte, who's still at 115, which you could probably do a little bit of work on there. But let's go have a look at Samadan. So we're going to look first at my restock on the Accords. Was it the Accords of Haste, you said? Accord of Haste, which shows us profitable, but did not restock on it. Let's have a look. Is there anything that would be either not, maybe it's something that didn't import correctly with the groups. So in terms of, let's go here, let's go to enchanting, not weapons, rings, accords. So Accord of Hastes should be in the good group operation here. Is crafting is 15 of each, should be the operation assigned to it, and inside of that is a minimum restock quantity 1, maximum restock quantity of 15. Minimum profit is ticked with either 20% crafting or 400 gold. So maybe try the profit on the crafting. Try and change it to something like 10% crafting and take off the 400 gold. Try something like just literally, because you don't really need the 400 gold. Something like that. Try 10% crafting because it's profit, so it's on top of the actual crafting cost itself. Maybe try that. So it shows in the groups. Okay, so give that a go. See if that works. Looking at what you got your BfA inscription on 175, definitely. But a lot of glyphs are rare drops that you have to go and find. Mark of the Hidden Satyr, bestseller of Vault Enchants for you at the moment. Yes, that does a roaring trade, certainly. Because profit was not 20% higher. Oh, right, okay, so if the profit margins are slim, that could be it. The Cow King, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. Or good day, rather. And IW Twitch, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. Saying you're selling 5 to 10 each day. That's really nice, definitely. I hope the profit margins on those. You just list stuff and make more if it sells. Pretty much that tends to work Right, we've got some expires just coming through here. So let me just deal with those whilst they're here. So let's take those off. And see if there's anything else we're missing. There might be a few things. Let's check the auction house and see. So I will go and check my auctions, and those have sold. In terms of time, don't think there's anything. There's a few, 18 hours, and nothing else on that on time wise. So I will do a post scan on that lot. I've got a question for crafting the Silent Sphere of Transmutation. You need the Philosopher's Stone. Where can you get that fast? I would say make the Warlords of Draenor one if you can. That's quite an easy one to make. You don't necessarily have to have the BfA one. Just any of the Philosopher's Stones work. I think I use the Pandaria one trinket on El Morte at the moment. You run the regional A's for all the things. You've got 2 enchanters, so 40 bosses times 2 times 6, which is a decent amount certainly. How do you get the BfA one? I can't remember what it's called. I can't. Actually, I could probably go over to El Morte. Let's have a look. We just sold an Umbra Shard. That's good. 74 gold we sold those for. So let's just go over to... Yes, El Morte still has Alchemy. He doesn't have the Philosopher's Stone for BfA yet, because he hasn't got the BfA Professions, but we could probably look. 74 each, yes, that's right, Metcat. Because my crafting cost is pretty low on those. So let's have a look at Alchemy, and let's go to the standard interface. Unlearned. So in terms of Coltiran Alchemy, I would go down to Trinkets, I guess, and Peerless Alchemist Stone. Do these work as a actual Philosopher's Stone? No, they don't. What about Sanguinated? I'm looking for the thing that says works as one. Potion of Herb Tracking? I mean, the Silent Sphere, that doesn't count, does it? That would be nice. They've got all these different ones here, Unbound and all that. But I can't see one that says it counts as an Alchemist Stone. Maybe there isn't one. What's in the Broken Isles side of things? Astral, Trinkets, Draft Raw Magic, Silvery Salve, no, none of that. And then if we go to Secrets of Draenor, Flasks, Potions, Trinkets and Trinket Upgrades, Draenic Philosopher's Stone, Unique Equipped Alchemist Stone, can be used for transmutations in place of Philosopher's Stone. So maybe you don't need one, anything but above WAD from the look of that. I would say, from looking at that, you don't need a Philosopher's Stone beyond WAD, according to Legion perhaps, and BfA. I could be wrong. But give that a go, certainly. The Sirens one, do you think it was the Sirens one? Let's have a look. Sirens Alchemist Stone, this one. Yes, that says Unique Equipped Alchemist Stone. There we go. Can be used for transmutations in place for Philosopher. Excellent. Thank you, Corzette. So there we go. It needs Alchemy on 25. Crafting cost of 320 gold. That's not too bad. There we go. They all do it. It just says it. Okay. Fantastic. I'm doing very well, thank you very much, Jeannie. We're just going through, we've done a bit of restocking and checking our gold on all of our characters. So I'm thinking we might be in a position to do maybe a Mythic Plus if anyone is interested. or if not, we can do some leveling instead. I've got a couple of options here. Currently 115 on El Morte, so I think I'll swap over to Samadan for now. If anyone is intrigued, and we can do maybe a little bit of upgrades on Samadan, get his item level up a little bit higher perhaps. We still haven't done a horrific vision though. So in terms of cloak upgrades, I'm still very much on the early stages. I haven't finished the actual starting quest for it. So that might be another thing to think about. Sold you last Vial of the Sands, so you need to go and farm the mats again. Good luck on that one, Jeannie. I know there's a fair few mats required for it. Hopefully you'll be able to get it. So let's have a look. Where are we at the moment? Want to try party syncing with you and try and do an invasion. There's 1 hour left. Is there a can you do party sync with an invasion? Because I thought, would that work? Would I still get the XP on that front? Because we don't have any actual any of these at the moment. It does work. Okay. Rosa's doing it. Oh, okay. We're going to check the chest. Yes, the chest we don't have, Mushy. We checked that earlier. Let's have a look. Rosa's able to do it on the Legion invasion. Okay. Well, that's intriguing. We could try that. We can see if that works. What would work in terms of mythics and timing and things? Which would anyone prefer to do first? The volatiles are a pain to farm. Yeah, depending on the volatiles. Like Want to Buy Gold had a video on all his volatile fires at the moment. You don't have any low keys. Okay, Mushy. How about anyone else? Does anyone have any low mythic keys? Either that or I can go and join Metket. How is a 4? Is a 4 easy enough to do? Would we be able to do that? You think 2 or 3 maximum? Okay. My healing's that good, is it? Also, it's my gear as well, I must be said. Oh, we have a new essence slot, actually. We need to go and activate that. Not that I have any more essences at the moment. You get a harder hitting boss, okay. You have a... it's bolstering. Right, okay. You have a +2 Shrine of the Storms. That could be interesting. We would need a tank, I believe. Would be the main composition we would need. But thank you for the offer, Metket. We may do a the Mythic first, I think. Even though I know it's only got an hour left, I think I might leave the invasion. Every mob of a pack that dies makes the rest of the pack hit harder. Oh right, okay. So have we got some takers for a Mythic Plus? Because I was thinking in terms of timing wise, that might be best to get that done in terms of what I've got available. No worries, thank you Metket, it is appreciated. Bolstering ending is the greatest. Oh, is it really? You can finally tank again. Mushy's getting us sorted here. What parentheses do you delete from the custom price script for enchanting mats? It's the speech marks, ones that are like that dumpster. One at the very beginning and one at the end. Good evening, Thomas. Hope you're doing well. Give you a couple of weeks to get some levels on your palette or Death Knight. You only just resubbed. No problem, Will. And Go Sierra, good evening to you. You could come and tank on one of yours if needed. Okay, so it looks like we've got a number of people, potentially. Right, let's start with the invites and see if we've got enough here. So, let's start... So who do we need in? I'll start with Mushy, and Lizard, are you in for this one as well? Let's have a look. Invite Mushroomy. There we go. You can't pull big and you can't chain pull, but you can suddenly start almost dying if DPS don't kill things. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Lizard. He comes with DPS as well. And Jin as well. And so we should have enough. Just checking which you've done keys for this week. And who did we miss out on as well? Sorry, Genie as well. Genie. It's your key, isn't it, Genie? What's your character, Genie? Do you want to send me in a whisper on Samadan -Shadow Song? Then I'm full, aren't I? Yep. Switch on the warrior now. Excellent. Thank you, Genie. Then we should have everything. Okay. I am doing a little bit. We're going to do a Mythic Plus on a low key. There we go. Invite Void Knight. That makes it easier. Thank you, Mushy. There we go. DBM's coming through. There we go. You got the Silas Sphere. Excellent, Dibby Twitch. Let's hope you get the proc, certainly. I am on Shadow Song. So Samadan -Shadow Song. Assuming you are EU Alliance, of course. Just checking which you've done keys for so far this week. Okay, that's no. We've got a key though. So Genie's providing the key. So we should be all set in a moment, hopefully. So this is kind of like a new departure for me. Obviously, a lot of other people are way more experienced when it comes to dungeons and things like that. But because I've spent so much of my time in the last 2 expansions gold making, I've rarely had a chance to enjoy the content. So now is a good time, really, to go through and try some of this out. Completely knew how to whisper, no problem. So I think Ginny, you've got a tank, haven't you? There we go. There we go. Oh, it worked now. Excellent. Fantastic. Now, how do I do an invite? Invite, right click. There we go. So we have a group. That's fantastic. And where was the key you said you had, Jeannie? Was it Shrine of the Storms? Welcome all. Thank you for joining me tonight. There we go. Absolutely fine that you're not on high keys or whatsoever. That's what's nice in WoW. Everyone has content at their level, and you think that's a great approach. Exactly. I think that's the main thing: is to do what's fun for you. And if there's something that you can stretch yourself to, then it's even better. Right. So I guess we need to head on over to Shrine of the Storm. I could take a little flight. That could be easier. Depends where everyone is. Let's have a look. Or we've already got people making their way over there, so let's go start my journey at least. There we go. We've got the summoning already. That's easy. Didn't have to fly far at all. People kept undercutting so much that price got ruined, and a couple of people like you just left yours in the bank. Sky step prices have finally recovered. Oh, excellent. Right, have you got everyone? Does that work? There we go. I think we got nearly everyone through. Fantastic. Right. So let me just try and remember how to play. This is always a good start. So get everyone buffed is a good start. put it on Mythic. Have I set it on Mythic? Dungeon difficulty is on Mythic. Yep, we do have that set. That's a good start. So we are doing a simple raid group. Are we going to a raid? Oh, we want a dungeon for this. Hold on. That's the wrong entrance. There we go. That's a good start. Where's the entrance to it? Shrine of the Storms is over this one. Okay, there we go. Whoops. No problem. There we go. That's easy enough done. This is a good job we're doing this on this side. Oh, are we on? It's becoming difficult to breathe. What's that from? Have I gone the wrong way? Have I gone too close inside, perhaps? There we go. Where are we now? Now we're at the right direction. There we go. That was easy. Now, where is the entrance? There it is. It was actually quite a good way of teleporting forward, actually. So that was a good, from the quest chain, yeah, it was a good way of jumping through there. Good evening, Primal. Hope you're having a lovely evening as well. Some Dark Souls reference. Takes a month to do the quest chain. Oh, right, okay. The raid you just tried to enter has only 2 bosses. Is that all it has? That's pretty easy. Alright, let's pop inside. We can have a look here whilst we get set up. So yes, this is my early foray into Mythic Dungeons. Obviously, there are people out there that do much higher keys than me, but this is a good way to get myself familiar with the dungeons and things, and I also get familiar with healing as well as a holy priest. Let me just check that specialization. I am holy. That's good. A little tip if you look to improve your PvE gameplay would be to set up key bindings for all of my buttons. Thank you, Runa. We were thinking about that one. Kill the big heavy mob first. Okay, that's a good start. Okay. Never understand how Holy Priest works. Oh, really? For me, it makes the most sense. Just don't AoE them down. Okay. Make sure everyone's here. Now remember my alt, Prayer of Mending, is that. I want to take Halo off ideally, but I'll leave it on for the moment. Okay, let's have a look. Right, here we go. Okay, if I do forget anything in chat, I do apologise. I'll be focusing on the dungeon for the most part to start off with. Trying to remember how to heal. Prayer of Mending being my main one here. And then I'll just keep an eye on everyone else and watch my position as well, will be the main thing. Don't stand in stuff that's going to get everyone killed would be another good point. So we'll start off with this. Flash heals for the most part. Oh no, we don't have that. Heal will be my middle one. And right click is my flash heal. That's it, right click, flash heal. Now I'm remembering it all. And we'll go with that. Flash heal there, that will help with my holy word, Serenity, which is the main thing to think about here. Prayer of Mending whilst it's on cooldown. And then make sure everyone else stays topped up. Tides prayed. I could do a little bit of smiting here for the moment at the beginning. Now I remember last time I did this dungeon a long time ago, and there was something in one of the bosses that just instant killed me because I stood in the wrong area. So I have to bear that in mind next time I do something. Oh, just got stuck in there. Swirly stuff. Beware. I need to move out of the way of that stuff. There we go. Careful with my positioning. wash away dodge attack. Ooh, there you go, stay out of there. Some water elementals coming in.
Beware.
Rising tides. Got stunned on that.
Beware.
Okay. Divine hymn on everyone. Should keep you alive for a little bit longer. Not sure I really need to do that at that point. That's probably overkill. That was a shift and a right click. And then we'll move on down. And then we'll come through here.
Beware.
So how do you dodge that attack? I don't think you can dodge it. Prayer of Healing will be my good overall heal. Oh, looks like I gained some aggro. That was bad. My bad, I think. And I got rooted, which doesn't help me either. So let's just focus on this a little bit more. There we go. Not in line of sight, which means we have to move around this way. Oh, just got caught by that, unfortunately. That's on cooldown, that's on cooldown, should be alright. Yeah, I have done this dungeon before, but it has been a while, quite a while since I remember the layout and everything. That's why I look at the screen rather than looking at everything else. There we go. I suppose we'll do a little damage on you. Now it was around here. I remember dying here. I've got a vivid nightmare of dying here. I didn't spot there was something on the ground, I believe. Ranged plus Sam. You stand up here for the boss. Actually on the central thing. Not get hit by charges. Okay. Let's have a look. See if we can help out. Shocking Brine, dodge attack. Flash heal. Keep you alive. Prayer of Mending. Focus on you. Undertow me, that sounds bad. Managed to avoid it, okay. Keep myself healed. My tank is slightly out of range, so I'll come around this way a little bit. Over here. Pair of Mending, okay. Ah, there we go, okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, we're doing okay. Right, okay. The boss changes the direction he's facing, surging. Ah, right, okay. The surging rush. Oh, sorry, Mushy, you got a few extra, bit extra on there. Pair of Mending, flash heal. Keep everyone topped up. There we go. Get a little bit closer. Whirling Slam, dodge attack. I've got my big, my pancake is full, so it's ready for discharge when someone goes below 50% health. It's always nice to have that as a safety net. Stay out of the way of that, I think.
Beware.
Push away, dodge attack. Watch out, it's not in line of sight. Let's just come around here. Help with that. Can move around a bit more here. It's a little bit tighter here, so I need to watch my positioning a little bit better. Ow, that's a lot of damage in one go. Get some big heals on there, that should be easier. But also, that is not what I wanted to press. That's what I wanted to press. There we go. Flash heal, flash heal. Okay, phew, that was a little bit hectic. I ended up pressing the wrong buttons on half of those spells, but the end result was okay. No one died, so that's always good. I feel like I need to move out of those Tempest things. They seem like they're not destined for me.
Beware.
Oh, there we go. That's a lot of stuff going on here, so let me just see if I can deal with this.
Quickly, heroes! Stop them before the fleet is lost.
We have a couple of here. Alt. That's not what I wanted to click. Where's my alt? Alt and left click. Alt and right click? No. I'm getting the wrong spells here. It's not helping my healing situation. I'm pressing the wrong things. Let's try and keep this topped up, everyone. Prayer of Mending. Oop, I want to stay out of the way of that. Just walked into that one. Keep myself topped up. Don't forget that. And then let's get back into the standard fare again. Whew, that was a bit more intense. I guess for me as well, not being familiar with the dungeon does make a big difference here. Just getting more familiar with what's going to hit hard and when, and knowing when to avoid things. When you do them so frequently, it becomes second nature. That would be the key. Right, I'm guessing I need to stand over there. Samadan can stand up here. Okay, thank you very much. So you don't have to dodge tornadoes. Lovely, that's the kind of things that is useful to know. Fantastic, thank you. I still get hit by slicing wind though, so remember to keep an eye on your stacks. Right, okay, so
None shall stand against the storm.
ouch. Okay, that's a lot of prayer of healing. We might have to do a few of these.
The breeze is ever at our back.
Move to Swiftness Ward. Should we stand in there?
Protect me.
I'm just doing prayer of healing of everyone. at the moment. Keep myself alive. Oh, no, that's no good. Okay, let's try and keep this going a little bit longer. Prayer of healing and try and keep people alive for a bit longer. There we go. Managed to get that in a little bit longer to keep people alive. Hopefully that's enough. Fantastic. Phew. There we go. That was lucky. Thank you for the res. Do not release. Thank you. Right, let's go on this way and make sure I'm buffed up on that front. And then head over this way. F's in chat, exactly. Let's move out of the way of that. Then I can carry on here. I want to avoid people there. This looks bad in terms of stuff. Move away from others. I shall do so. There we go. Right, lots of stuff splashing around everywhere, so let's avoid that. And then avoid those ads as well, which would be bad. Right, okay, so we've got a few more going on here. Can reset that, so walking on the protection rune next time. Oh, thank you, Dumpster. Oops, too busy reading, didn't spot myself there for a minute. Get away from others. Heal on Mushroomy. Keep everyone alive if I can, including myself. Prayer of healing. Need to get one of those going. And a heal. Okay, looking a little bit hairy here. Lots of people in here, so I'm going to try and keep people just stocked up. Flash heal as best I can. There we go. That's people at least topped up a little bit better. There we go. I need to remove that on myself. Don't want that. There we go. Okay. He's with movement character. Oh, I won't read that one just yet. Hopefully everyone else in chat will be able to read that for you, Primal. Just whilst I focus on this for the moment. I guess this is the difference, obviously, from my normal casual gold making, is that I don't get to read the chat as much as I would like whilst this is going on. Maybe that's something else I could get a bit more practiced at. It's down to something being able to do dispel, mass dispel. Will that work? Give it a go. No, not Halo. Interrupt that one. That's the one I wanted to avoid casting. I haven't got Master Spell on me at the moment, so I'll have to deal with that in a moment. Heals, and I need to get some dispels going. 8 seconds left on that. I can do that on you, so that's easy enough. I need to heal myself up here. Can I get that? Can't get my Purifying Master Spell. There it is. Okay, didn't need it in the end. That's fair enough. Wasn't able to click that quickly enough. I don't have it on a keybind, which also would have been useful. I see Queen Ashara in there. Prayer of Mending. Everyone there. Once you've done all the dungeons 50 to 100 times, becomes a chill with friends guild event. That's the thing, isn't it, Dumpster, isn't it? And you can, then I can read chat. That's the main thing, really, is that I'm not at that stage. If you have the thing on you, grab the orbs. If you do not have it, run away for it. For it or on it? Okay, let's have a look.
will grant us the power to do so.
If you have the thing on you,
For the
grab the
last
orbs.
time.
Okay,
Join me.
let's try this. Don't know what I need to do with the orbs.
Then I shall cast your bodies to the black
Awaken of the Void, dodge attack.
be crushed.
That on Shroomy, dispel. Oh, you run away from the orbs, is that correct? I don't like mobility things. Move to orb. Mind Rend on Void Knight. Dispel. I've been silenced, unfortunately. How do I move away? I can't help out with this, unfortunately. How long am I silenced for? A long time. Okay, that was strange. I don't think I had a clue what I was doing. That was very strange. And very quick as well.
Turned against the tide.
You missed the part, get the orbs. Yeah, it did look like it. There we go. If you hit mind controls, you can collect the orbs and you break the mind control. Okay, right.
Darkness still festers here.
I'm afflicted.
Very heroes.
No, I'm not afflicted. Oh, we need to avoid these things. I've done this once before.
Press on.
I'm not very good at three-dimensional swimming. Let's try around here. It doesn't help that the music is quite tense here as well. Okay, well, you're all right for this lot. Okay, let's have a look. I'll get there in time, hopefully.
Not listen to its whispers.
Hold on,
This horror will try to
I'm really
take
slow
your
at
soul.
swimming, it would seem. Can I stay in the water? Is that easier? You mean the noise we turn off so we can hear you? Let's get some heals going here. Prayer of Mending. Right. Shift. Define him. I think that's got a big cooldown, that one, 3 minutes. So probably not as useful. There we go. Probably wasted that one too much. That was Divine Him, yes it was. My other flash heals should make that go down slower, hopefully. We're not in raid. Just make it easy on Void Knight and move remember DPS and dispel yourself. Okay. I shall try that. And dispel myself quickly enough. Casting Tentacle Slam seems bad. Grasp of the Sunken City also seems bad. So let's just avoid all of this. Okay, now we're in some other weird zone. Let's help out. Let's move out of the way of that. Keep you okay. Move out of the way of that. Keep myself healed. Flash heal on that. Out of range, so I'll come in here. Prayer of Mending. Okay, then we have some ads. There we go. Wow, was that done already? A new weekly best. Fantastic. Thank you. Keystone upgraded. You beat the timer.
What makes you think you can oppose
What did we get?
my will? Enjoy.
Oh wow, thank you. Two-handed, 435. I don't need that actually. I've got a, I've currently got a Staff of the Lightning Servant. So, but thank you nonetheless.
A shrine
Thank you very much. That was very good fun. I didn't see what I got myself from the chest, but that was all good. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. That seemed relatively quick as well. What did we get key-wise? Usually you just run Motherload for a chance at a pattern. That's fair enough. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Will and Go Sierra. And I missed a load of the chat that was going on at the same time. So I do appreciate you hanging around whilst I focused on doing that. What was the key we got there? Where's the key? There it is. We got a Operation Mechagon Workshop level 2. Okay, I don't think I've ever done that before, but we should be alright, so there we go. Okay, well that's fantastic, thank you. At least we'll get a mythic chest for tomorrow. You'd be in if I need a DPS? Okay, thank you, Go Sierra. I'm not sure if I'll do another one tonight. You got a Junkyard 5. Oh, fantastic. I probably will jump onto doing a little bit of levelling after this. DPS or a healer. Okay, fantastic. Thank you all for the group. That was absolutely amazing. There we go. Okay, that's that. I'm going to teleport out from here, I think. Can I teleport out? I'll probably Hearthstone, that'll be easiest. Let's go to the snug. Oh, yes, we do need to do, and look what we need to do for our emissary. Not emissary, for our essence slot. See if there's anything I've got missing from a essence slot point of view. I probably could have done with looking at that before starting a mythic, but we might as well, now that our heart is at 75, that's going to help us. So thank you all, that was brilliant. I'll leave the party. And then let's go head on over. I've not done a horrific vision yet. That would be the next thing for me to have a look at. One Suffolk, thank you very much. Which could cross server between different regions. Yes, that would be good, Doc Otter. And I would love it if we could do both Horde and Alliance. I really wish Blizzard would find a way to make that possible, because that would be brilliant. To be Horde or Alliance or whichever server, everyone friends together and they can do that. How do I heal for the most part? Just flash heal. Usually Genie, and then I will use Holywood Serenity if people's health is particularly low. I'll try and keep Prayer of Mending on the tank as best as possible. If I see, if I feel like I've got a bit of time, then I'll cast the regular heal. I use the flash heal to basically reduce the cooldown of Holywood Serenity, and then I'll use Guardian Spirit if I see someone about to die quickly, and then I'll occasionally use things like Divine Hymn on cooldown if there's raid wide, or this one which is Prayer of Healing, which is my sort of general heal everyone. I have got Halo, which I don't like so much actually. It creates a ring of holy energy around you that quickly expands to a 30-yard radius. So the problem with that is it also creates aggro as well. So I'll be looking to potentially change that to something else. Nightmare, good morning to you. From Perth again, lovely to have you here. Just gone 4 AM here. Are you getting ready for work again, Nightmare? Lovely to have you here. I hope you're doing well. Fellow folks on an RP server will, well, throw things if you cross-factioned. Iyama 123, hope you're doing well. I'd use the star instead for Mythic Plus, Adriana. Okay, let's have a look. What's the best way to make crafting items and then disenchant them? It depends what you're after, really. Are you looking for veiled crystals? In which case the blue braces work very well for that. Hope Shadowlands will be as lit as Taldrasel. I've got a feeling it's going to be good. Everything I see so far has me optimistic indeed. Early wake up for work. I remembered. How was my mailbox today? It was decent. We have about... Well, I didn't actually count up what it is so far. I managed to collect up... I tend to keep everything sort of on a weekly basis more than anything else. So, but we are getting some sales coming through. We did manage to get a Silas proc on our Alchemist. So we've at least restocked on all of that, which is really nice. So in terms of where I'm at here... I've got a minor slot now. Now I do actually have, what have I got? Well of Existence is on that one. So I could just drop in the one I do have, which is Memory of Lucid Dreams. Have a chance to refund mana spent on them and heal me for 14,000. Having an extra self-heal that's passive does sound quite good. Mana regeneration I don't really have a problem with at this point. There's more of these that I could probably do. Breath of the Dying is just a shadow one, unfortunately. So maybe we'll take that for now, as it's the only one I've actually got. And we can have a look at other things we could possibly do here. Where we've got Battlegrounds, Conflict and Strife Season 3 or better. A Mythic plus level 4 in time. Season 3 or later. Seed of Eonar. Implant 30 seeds. That would be quite a nice one, I'd say. Lucid Dreams is 50% nerf for healers because they spend mana on every spell. I mean, I find that mana is just not an issue at the moment. Maybe I'm just playing the class wrong. It's all you have, but it's not too good unless you're desperate for mana. Yeah, I mean, it's all I've got at the moment, so I'll keep with that. The actual self-heal is quite good. I like that idea. But there's other ones here that I could probably do. Ancoan Friendly, we could pick that one up. Ever Rising Tide, that will cost me 10 mana pearls. Overcharge your mana for 8 seconds. While overcharge your mana regeneration is halted, causing each spell you cast to increase your healing by 3%, stacking. That could be interesting, a play on the whole mana regen side of things. That one is the Formless Void. That's got corruption resistance applied to it. That's from the Nyalotha raid. That's a quest with War Mode on Drowning the Horde. When you move more than 25 yards within 4 seconds, you gain Intellect. Formless Void, that's from the raid. Horrific Visions, Unwavering Ward. Every 10 seconds, allies within 15 yards gain a shield that absorbs damage and stack up to 15,000. That sounds quite good. That's just like a shield that's just constantly going on. I like that. Ever Rising Tide is great for healers in general. Grant either Intellect or 10 seconds or mana. The minor power. Your heals have a chance to grant either Intellect or mana. Chance of receiving mana increases with your missing mana. Ah, right, okay. Perhaps you play your Disc Priest weird, but you really need mana. Good to see you're not the only one with all level 1 essences. Exactly. That's as far as I've gotten with this. I really haven't bothered to look at these in any real detail. We could probably upgrade some of these. What's the the Well of Existence is Rustbolt Resistance Honoured. I think I have that. Stolen Royal Vendor Bot. We need 5 galvanic oscillators and 10 spare part crates. We may have some of that, or can get hold of it quite easily. So there are things we can do. We could even do a vision for the first time, because that's part of my quest at the moment. I have no idea how to do a vision, so I'm a bit too scared to do that on stream. I might save that for another time. Normally have Revered in both. Yes, I mean I've got BfA flying, so that's at least gives me most of these. So I know I've at least got options here. Veil of Eternal Blossoms. Quest Giver, Dark Talent Agent. Near Visions of Darkness and Portals. Okay. There's other options there. Okay. Every essence which is gated behind Reputation you can do while the buff is active. Exactly, Ghost Sierra. That's a good idea. I can at least have a look at these, certainly. So I can buy Ever Rising Tide as well. Let's have a look at that one. Ever Rising Tide. Yes, we have got that one. We have got the mana pearls as well. Probably, I say, or we can get them quite easily. Let's have a look. Excuse me. We'll have a look at this. See what we can do progression-wise for Samadan. It's always a good idea to think about upping your characters. I mean, in terms of item level at the moment, 432. I don't think we got anything. What was that? Cloth hands that are 440. Oh, those that got the extra corruption, the 35 corruption. I'm keeping those until I've got better resistance. And wrist, we've got a 435 there, which doesn't have that. So that's both, yeah, hands and wrist. So already got a 440 on that front. So we're okay on there. Let's head on back, and then we can go and have a look at don't use the shield proc one on Carapace in the raid. With the raid gets mind controls, it's hard to DPS them down. Oh right, of course, Adriana, that would be a tricky one, wouldn't it? Let's have a look here. Should get pretty fast to the requirements. I think so. Wrong boss, Ilganoth. Okay, right, there we go. AC, thank you very much for the follow. Visions is hard for the first four levels it's just the four levels. Normally there's a group that just nukes the first 8. Oh, right. You just need to go back and forth from the rep vendor to the Heart Forge to upgrade them. It isn't hard. Oh, isn't hard. Okay, thank you, Brain Manager. That isn't and that is a big difference. Right, a vendor for this would be, I would expect them to not be in that building. No, that's the one where Jaina is. I suspect them to be in this one. No, this is the one that Jaina's in. That's the one I'd expect them to be in, vendor wise. Last time we went through all the different people here, so let me just have a look. Vault Keeper, what have you got? That's the benthic gear. Actually, that will give me a chance. How many? I've got 118 prismatic mana pearls, so I have those. Ancient relics, I'll have a look at that. Ooh, companions, could be interesting. What have we got? Just text your mailbox, you have 78k. Wow, very nice. Seriously, sell nylon threads. Just spend you just spent 45k to reset the Accord enchants. Excellent, good time to do it, certainly. Let's have a look. Innkeeper, Quartermaster, Potion of Defiance, Potion of Ability. That's all PvP stuff, and you're going to be PvP side of things as well, I imagine. I wish to browse your wares. That's for the Notorious and everything there. Our Brain Manager, thank you very much. Resubbing for 8 months, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much for your support. Super appreciated. A lot of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. 18 chance, back to 1,350 each. Excellent. Well, hopefully they will stick for tomorrow, and that will be pretty good. Okay, so I am missing the person. Here we go. Wayblade Emissary. You were hiding here. I bet you were this one. The conch formula recipes. There's a tablet. Ever Rising. Oh, this is it. Here it is. And what's also this? Infuse your Heart of Azeroth with the Unbound Force. Rank 1 as well. Is it worth buying that as well? Reckless Sports ability fails to critically strike. That sounds like a warrior fighter type person. I think this is more the thing I want. Yeah, for DPS, yeah, it does seem to be for them. I don't think that would be useful to me. But this Ever Rising Tide is certainly chance of receiving mana increases with your missing mana. Let's try with that one. Discipline Holy. So we'll pick that up. And then we have to go back to the Heartforge now, you were saying, to learn that one. So let's go have a look here. Luckily it's not too far away. Through to the portal room and then back. So we'll jump into here. So random question, when posting Uncanny gear, TSM doesn't always differentiate when the various types are any way to fix that, or we just use the in-game auction house? I use when I do the Uncanny gear, I have one for selling which takes into account each of the, let me just turn this down, Uncanny selling. I have ignore item variations unchecked, so TSM should do a different price for each different variation. And then I have an Uncanny crafting which has ignore item variations on, which is just for the building of them. Then you run back, get rank 2, then rank 3. Oh right, okay. Thank you, Neville. So if we can do all of those, we'll jump through these. It'd be nice to get a rank 3 on something. So we'll go through this whilst we're here, and we've got the thought thread going on. We'll have a look at this. Finally done with disenchanting, now to craft the umbral wands and vendor those. Good luck, Lady Daisy. I don't tend to do these sort of like the vendoring of the wands. I always go for the enchants myself. Folks not on TSMC, problem is when folks not on TSM see them all listed together. Right, of course, and then if people aren't too bothered about the different prices, they'll go for the cheapest, certainly. The other way is therefore, if you want TSM to just match the cheapest one, then you have ignore item variations turned on. Given the use case for Uncanny gear, I doubt differentiation makes sense. That's a good point, Navel, and I think that's maybe a case for actually going for the cheapest one, certainly. Unless someone is very specifically wanting to go for specific stats, it just doesn't seem to last that long, really, does it? So let's have a look here. Let's Ever Rising Tide. Fantastic. So now we have another one. So this was passive effect. Have a chance to grant either intellect or mana. Chance of receiving mana increases with your missing mana. So with this, intellect over a self-heal, I like that one because your next flash heal heals additional amounts and it's got corruption resistance. Have a chance to cauterize your target for fire damage over 10 seconds, or to heal an ally for 9,000, which I also like. And 15% of your overhealing is stored in the Well of Existence. I really like that as well. So I think I'll probably replace the Lucid Dreams with the Ever Rising Tide. Would be my thought there. I'd place Crucible or Lucid in the miners. Yes, that's what I've got here. Now we need to get revered for the 8.3 factions. Let's see if we can make some more money. Good idea. With your inscription now at 175 and the contract for the Ancoan and Rust Belt, fantastic. That's a good start, definitely. Nobody tries to optimize stats on a high level 400 piece of gear. Very true. 227 Accords in stock, each price well above 1200 for tomorrow. Should be golden. I think that's a good position to be in, Mushy, definitely. Some folks makes a difference if you can't see there are 10 below or higher price. Other made the difference. Okay, brilliant. 19 a chance around 700 ones, and you still have the 100k worth of linen you bought this morning. Okay, that's fair enough. That's still absolutely loads. 240 Starlight Roses and 14 Blood of Scarus in the last 40 minutes of extremely distracted farming. Imagine you've had your more than one account. Exactly, it works. Thank you, Mushy. I haven't done him in a while, so that's a good idea. So let's head back. Let's try this out for our rank 2. See if we can upgrade that. Do we have to keep going back and forth? I guess we do. Let's have a look at porting back and having a look for the rank 3. So through here into here. Let's check this again. And I might finish off with a little... What have we got time-wise? Yeah, we've got a little bit of time. I might finish off with a little bit of levelling on El Morte. Just a bit of something nice and casual that we can do. Since we've done the Mythic now, it's not quite as intense. Now, if I go remember who you are, this one, browse your rares. Okay, so this one is now rank 2, Codex of the Neverending Tides. Fantastic. Both effects are increased by 20%. And that's going to cost me 25 mana pearls. I bet you the last one's going to cost 100. I won't have enough. So then we jump back. And I guess we jump that one in as well after that. You're still selling the SR or using them in crafts. Used to love SR. What's SR? Sky Step Potions, is that? Right. 20 Bloods of Sargeras, byproduct of disenchanting the loot from LFR. Oh, okay, that's pretty good as well, actually, from doing the raids. That's worth considering, because I don't really have that much in terms of Blood of Sargeras, so that could be something to think about as something to do on Samadan. Right, let's fly on over. Jump on in. This is where everyone's hanging out. Let's jump in here. Price recovered after being a loss to make on your server for 2 weeks. So let's have a look here. Do we have this? This is an actual extra thing. It's not something we upgrade our existing one, is it? So we'll go here. Ever Rising Tide. Now we're up to something even better, a rank 2. It's my first time getting a rank 2, so now does that actually increase my item level at all? It doesn't, does it? And then, where's exit? There it is. Let's head back. 68.6. Is that on, how is it that Kuhn does it? Is it all characters? There's a certain setting, isn't it? It's not just one character, is it? It's across everything, but not including stuff you can't get anymore. It's the same as Kuhn. Unique mode, that's it. Okay, let's go through here. As a title, if you rank them all up to rank 4. Oh, is there a rank 4 as well? I thought it just got up to rank 3 for some reason. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Let's keep going for the moment. Let's keep this going through. Let you check. That could be a long time. Oh, is it just cosmetic? Okay. Right, let's have a look and browse my rares. Okay, so now it's a 50. It's not going to be 100. That's good. So that gives me rank 3. I'll take that. And then I guess I have to go back and forth until I can see. Is the rank 4 the same one? We'll have a check when we're over there. Yeah, I would agree, Will. It's a massive undertaking to do all the things and collect everything in the game, especially if you've missed some expansions like I have. Right, okay. Thank you, Dumpster. So Paragon chest, that's another thing I could look at with my reputation, because Samadan doesn't actually have many exalted reputations. So it would be worth me looking at, I've got 7th Legion, Rajani's still neutral, obviously that's not a part of the XP buff anyway, but things like Proudmoore Admiralty would be really nice to get up to exalted, and the same with, well, Tortollan Seekers would be another good one for my recipes. That would also be good, because my feast, I believe it is, in the cooking. So I haven't done these yet either. There's the new food I haven't tried yet. I could try selling some of that. I'm getting distracted though. Hold on. Where's the famine evaluator? This one, feast. I've only got the rank 1. That's why I haven't been selling it. And to get the rank 2, I need to be exalted with Rustbolt resistance, which I'm not yet. I think I've already got the rank 3 ready. So Rustbolt resistance is revered. So yeah, there's things I could do here. Definitely. Rank 2 drops from the Mekon dungeon as well. Oh, as well as from getting it revered. 2 different methods. That's interesting. So, Everlasting Tide, Quickening Tides. Let's top that one up. There we go. Ever Rising Tide rank 3. And Reputation and Cohen Supplies. There we go, from the Paragon cache. Gains an enhanced appearance. Okay, so it is literally just cosmetic for the rank 4. But there we go, we have our first rank 3. So we've got extra abilities on that. Basically extra intellect or extra mana, either way, that's pretty good. Well of Existence. Oh, this one, yes, okay. In Rustbolt. That's another one to do as well, isn't it? The Vision of Perfection is from the dungeon. Right, okay, okay. Ghastly Goulash is a nice steady seller for you on your server. Okay, Stacks Aramis is good to know. You have 259 attempts on getting the Mount Experiment 12B from Ultrox and Dragon Soul. Drop from me, please, Pink Dragon. Hopefully, Lepti Lenti. I hope you manage to get it soon. You're only about 4 to 5 months, so still early days. Okay, yeah, it's still early days indeed when it comes to that. I need to have that in the middle slot if I want both effects. Yes, that's right. The instant one, overcharge your mana for 8 seconds, causing each spell you cast to increase your healing by 4% stacking. Now, I guess because we have a rank 3, would that actually be better to put in here? Or I need to upgrade this anyway. We are at Rustbolt Resistance Honoured. We just need to go through and do all the 5 galvanic oscillators and 10 spare crates, and increase this to a rank 2 and 3 perhaps as well. There's so much to catch up on. There is indeed, Will. I'm slowly working my way through it, definitely. Crucible Flames from the quest I can't give you here. So in Darkness I Dream, you have my quest log, this one. So the vision of Azeroth's future witnessed. So that I have to go in here and do the vision, and then we carry on from there. No, not that one. Which one did you say it was? In Darkness I Dream. Oh no, that's Into the Darkest Dreams. In Darkness I Dream. This one, Temple of Elune in Valshara. This one. I see. Yeah, so if I do that quest line, there we go. Have I ever looked at the Blood Mallet? Gives you best essences for your class. No, I haven't, Doc Otter. Falling you to meet Etheria. Yes, that one. Okay. Anyone who says there's nothing to do is nuts. Exactly. There's always. That's what I love about this. Is there's always something to do. So let's think about what I am going to do next, in fact. I'm going to leave Samadan and his essences for the moment. Oh, right, as a healer, it's for simming, is it? Right, I see. So I'll go with the ones that sound the greatest. That'll work for me. It's worked so far. But we've done well so far. We'll go back to our rest area, ready for next time. And then we can look at what else we need to do. I can't find my way out. I always do this. Where's the exit? There it is. Oh, we sold a machinist's brilliance. There we go. Commander Barton, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. We've just gone and we've done a Mythic Plus on Samadan. We've looked at our essences, so we're looking quite nice in our 75 Heart of Azeroth. With and now we've got a rank 3 essence, so I feel like I'm definitely getting up there in terms of that. We could look at doing some reputation things on Samadan, but I think I'll leave that for the moment. I would like to see if I can do a little bit more progression. We'll do something just like casually. I know I could do this faster doing other things, but that's the wrong character, El Morte. But I think a little bit of sort of casual questing just for the ends, just to keep things nice and mellow, will be quite good on El Morte. So currently at 115 level. Still gives you best run in that particular spells. Oh right, okay. It doesn't have actually. Oh, it doesn't actually have healing specs. Oh right. That changes things slightly. So we're using Azeroth Autopilot to guide me through all the quests here at the moment. Where is not Omnibar? Pick up quests is what we need to do. Where's our list? Here's our list. So if we minimize that, move that over. Those are the things we need to do. So let's head on over. And we'll pick this up. So we need to, there's got a few other bits and pieces we can do on the way, but deliver the bundle of furs. So we could maybe deviate, but I'll let the pick up quest stuff go through first. We'll let that carry on for now. The way it works is you can keep people alive. If you can keep people alive, you're using the right essences. Basically, as long as people stay alive, that's good in my eyes, certainly. A little bit of XP from just exploring, which is always nice. And I'll keep a little eye out for any ores along the way, because that might help with my mining skill ups. Don't see anything popping up on the mini-map at the moment. It seems quite sparse for ores. So where do we need to do? We need to go pick up a quest. That's in... Oh, that's the people in the... We just handed these in last time, that's right. Generally for healers, you check Warcraft logs or Raider.io to see what people are using, but part of it is experience, trying things out to know what's best for what situation. That sounds like a reasonable thing to do. Oh, we've got some stuff to mine here. Let's do that here. Get some monolite, skill up my mining, and there was some more over there. It's gone now. We'll pick up the quests whilst I'm here. Collect those and do quest part, which is an offering of eggs and protect the nests. Okay, let's head on over. Oh, that's right, we had this as our extra thing. Then we can do a little bit of going through all of these. Another thing to consider is what's fun for you might not be the best for pure numbers. Yes, and also I need to think about what's also easy for me. Not in terms of like easy as in just sort of being able to face roll through it, but actually in terms of how much do I want to deal with passives and how much I want to have lots of buttons to press. So for me that's an actual real consideration, trying to keep the numbers to something at least manageable. Is blacksmith still viable for gold making this late into the expansion? Well, I'm going to give it a go myself. On this character I'm going to try blacksmithing, so I would certainly spotted griffin eggs. Let's do that. There's another one over there. Do that. Pure healing essence of resto shame are basically 0. Oh really? You find a lot of top healers for Mythic Plus are running DPS essences, trinkets, which aren't for everybody. Indeed, exactly. Because what might work for sort of like running a particular dungeon really quickly might not help for someone in my case who certainly wants to be, and it's probably a lot of people would say disciplines a better spec to be, but because you can actually DPS at the same time. But I'm finding Holy makes way more sense to my head. I have trouble with the discipline playstyle because I've come from like the EverQuest world of things where you literally your heals are heals. You react to the damage and you press the healing button, whereas discipline is more kind of anticipating things, doing damage, and then keeping your atonements up. And I never really fully got to grips with it, to be honest. But then that's my own sort of take on things. Obviously, those that are doing Mythic Pluses and stuff will be more sort of min-maxed and optimal, certainly. Team-wide effort to minimise damage. Only have rank 1 recipes for best in slot, and you still make loads of gold. Obviously, going to vary based on server, but that's your experience. EverQuest represent exactly. That's where I cut my teeth on MMOs, certainly. I had a lot of fun way back when. Okay, so where's an egg? You've got an egg. So let's start with that. I could probably pull that other one over here, but I'll just leave this one for now. Won't overextend myself too much here. We'll keep this nice and easy. In a non-organised group is to make up for the screw-ups of others. That's fair enough. It is literally just trying to keep people alive. That's the focus. Just keep people alive. You have the computation device trinket from Maragon equipped in Mythic Plus with the bean card in. That sounds interesting. What does that do, Adriana? Your apologies, what for, Doc Otter? Uncanny, Notorious, Sinister, Mount Equipment, etc. all still sell for you at least. Even the Notorious and Sinister. That's interesting. Right, another one. I'm looking for some more eggs more than anything else. Another spotted griffin egg would be nice. For non-organised groups, you go for healing essences over DPS ones. Yes. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Non-organised groups, as in sort of like ones you pick up at random. Adds a little bit of DPS, you use it in visions as well. Alright, okay, yeah, that's another thing I'm thinking about when it comes to visions, is will I have the DPS I need for that? That egg will have to do, I think. It's the closest. Yeah, Sinister and Notorious still sell, not sure why, maybe because it's cheaper, maybe for the appearances since you're on an RP server, almost quick crafting it, but it still sells, so yeah, you might as well. That's interesting though. I automatically just didn't bother because I figured they wouldn't sell anymore, but you never know why someone might buy something. It's the same with Hexweave bags. Why do they sell? And deep sea bags sell for a lot less. Where is there an ore over there? There it is. Just going to grab that whilst I'm here. Nice bit of monolite ore. There's another one further up, but I won't follow the trail of the ore. Let's stick with this. Let's hand these in. And do that, and do that. And then, is the griffin coming back? I think it comes down, doesn't it, or something like that. Roughneck Riders. 2 quest part Roughneck Riders. Let me think. Great Feather Wrangled, that's it. Where's Great Feather? Great Feather, are you down there? No, there's Great Feather. I see you. And then, where is the warning, hold on tight. Out of range, okay, right. Let's fly a little bit closer. Come over this side. Tether shot, there we go. Alright, hold tight, 3. Just keep pressing it, I think. The last time I did this I just pressed it once, I believe. Keep spamming that. And then try the others 1 and 2 when it asks for them. Wrangle the Great Feather. As it falls. Weaken the griffin. Oh, we need to do this as well, I think. Okay. I think we need to do this as well. I was waiting for a notification or something like that. I'm not sure if this is the right thing. We'll keep doing it. There we go. Objective complete. I didn't see a bar going down. Maybe I should have looked at it on the other side. 22% health. There we go. Spam 1 and 2 as well. Yes, thank you, Mixolus. I managed to work that out in the end. What else did I miss? Blacksmithing has been your favourite profession forever. Yeah, I do like the idea of blacksmithing, certainly. I'm convinced it's because Hexweave is purple and Deep Sea is blue. You know, you're probably not wrong there. I mean, I've got a whole load of... Oh, I've actually got Silkweave satchels on me. I really need to fix that. I need to make myself some better bags. People are funny like that. Never know what sells. Exactly. If I have a guildie with you, use the essence that replaces their major essence if they're using the beam. Your Death Knight has a lot of old recipes on her stuff, like Felseal's Longblade. It was the one, along with tailoring on your Warlock, that really tried to get you all the recipes for. Yeah, I really want to do that, is collect up some of the older recipes. Always look up Hexweave and Deep Sea and get the cheapest. I believe Imbued Silkweave is always more expensive. Yes, it does appear to be, especially on my server. Stop talking up blacksmithing, people will catch on. Okay, Commander Bond. I mean, I'm going to be trying it on El Morte. It's on the list of things to do, certainly. If you get a sale, plus it's fun to get recipes if you farm them like you did, and getting the mats. It's like a mini game. Yeah, definitely. That's where the fun is. That's where the appeal is. I can see. All right, looks like we need to just fly around here, doing the waypoints. We're working our way up to the top. Where we'll have the continued quest line. That's everything done. 66 yards over here. Inspect that.
Let's look east for the supply cart.
Look east for the supply cart. It's all very well guided using Azeroth Autopilot.
Seems they got dragged that way, up the glacier to the northwest.
Do we need to pick this up? Pick up quest, yes.
This guy don't seem too bright.
And then hot springs. We'll mine this first. And then we'll pick up that quest. Oops, I'm not flying, so that's a good idea to do that. And then head on over. These we need to kill and pick up, it would seem. Fiery essence. From you first, it would seem. Let's start with that. Prince Rathor. We'll do that one, there we go. We'll need to interrupt you on that. Should have moved out of that. Why he's floating up there, I've got no idea. That's fine. We can work with that. There we go, there's the fiery essence. So now we need 99 steamy essences, which I think would probably come from killing these. From the looks of things, there's a ore there we can mine whilst we're going for it. It's a great gold maker. The reason you got one of the rare recipes drop in a Burning Crusade is because you'd bought it beforehand. Oh, it looks like we have a cookie in. I wonder if I can bring her over. Come on, Cookie. You come. Let's bring a cookie up. You come. There we go. We have a cookie. Has come to say hello. Well, we've got a tail at least. Let's mine this at the same time. Yeah, braces, belt, gloves and boots. And whilst I try and see with the tail, where are we going to go, Cookie? Over this way, I think. Let's press that at the moment. There we go. Can't see my buttons I'm pressing. She's just walking around on the desk at the moment. So I'll go with that. Get the essences. I think this is something to do with the essences as well. So we'll collect that. Let's see if we can see Cookie a little bit more. There we go. There we can see a Cookie. Let's have a look. Hold on. There we are. Oh, if you come around this way, Cookie, then people can see your face. There we go. One cookie on the table, or on the desk rather. Very rare she comes on stream. We are very much honoured. She's come up to say hello at least, haven't you? There we go. She's the cantankerous one though. She beats up poor Oreo, so Oreo gets the raw deal, unfortunately. Don't you? Well, Oreo's not here, but. She's the one that demands the attention in the morning. She's the one that wants the food. Right, let's see if I can do this at the same time whilst Cookie is here. I might be a little bit slower, but I can at least take that and death grip it and then click the buttons. Press those and that. That's easy enough. One-handed playing. Not always as easy. Good evening, Wave. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Is Cookie a tortie? Yes, she is. Right, start with that. Pull you over and interrupt. Much slower with just clicking things, but that's okay. 73 of 99. Okay, we should probably just kill a couple more of these. We can do that over there. From here, pull you in. E2 to interrupt. And then that. There we are. Where's the loot window? There it is. 82. And this should hopefully get me 99. 94. One more then. You might as well. Bring that one over. Ooh, tail in my face. Okay, this one's going to come over and interrupt me in a moment, so I might as well wait for that to come in. Start the attack on you. There we go. Now I've got a hand free. Cookie's just looking bemused as to who I'm talking to. Jax, good evening to you. Oh, you have 6 cats. Wow, that's amazing. There we go, we've got enough of everything. Looks like Cookie's disappeared, so she's gone back. We can go back to see Samadan's face, rather than my t-shirt. You had 3 of them. They're proper cantankerous. Yeah, they do seem to be. Cookie is a fine example of that, that's for sure.
Good day to you.
And then we'll head on over here, and this one in. Where are you? Oh, you're right underneath me. Didn't see you there. In all the ice. And then head over this way. Need to do something in the middle here by the looks of things. Savage Wendigo. Got feared. And pick that up. Search for more clues.
We're on the right track.
Looks like we're going into the cave. Nearly, almost.
What of our rucksacks? Looks like we found
What's that? A small treasure chest. Let's pick that up whilst we're here. Do we get XP for treasure chests? Oh, we got the quest. Oh, the pilgrimage scrolls. I remember those. Sorry, penguin, you got caught in the crossfire. There we are. It's a cat. You have better results with a Fallen Crusader enchant on my weapon as a blood. Oh, thank you, Nolly. I hadn't actually considered that. With all these enchants that I sell, I never actually thought about putting them on myself. I don't think I've actually got anything on enchanted for Rune of Razor Ice. I don't remember putting that one on. So what's the one you're suggesting? The Fallen Crusader. Do you mean just like the regular Crusader one? It's the Death Knight only enchants. Okay, from your Death Knight place. Oh, right, okay. Your wife is a retired vet tech. That's why so many. Just went up a notch. Just went up a notch in my book. That's fair enough. From the Rune Forge. Right. I hadn't even thought of that. Right. I'm going to bring you in over here. I didn't realise they got their own enchants. Might as well do the Wendigos whilst we're here. There's a large one inside. Wampus. Do we need to do Wampus? Do quest part. Boss Revenge. Yes, it looks like we do. Here we go. How many litter boxes you have? Yeah, that's a good point actually. Depends whether they're outside cats or not, I guess.
This guy really ruffles my feathers.
Let's come here, do that, take that. Six plus 1. Don't make us do maths. I'll take that. Do we hand this in? Do quest part whilst we're here. We'll pick up, what's this? This is a Storm Silver Vein. Okay. That's useful. And then head on out. Plus a spare one. Yep. That's about right. It's important, Dumpster, as a gold maker, to be able to at least do a little bit of maths whilst you gold make. It does come in handy, I must admit. Right, 10 of these to go. Well, not to go, but 10 of these to kill. Should probably round up a few of these actually. Won't be too bad on me. 5 at the moment. I'm going to take... How many can I probably do? I'll take one up there. And another one. Any others nearby? No, that'll do. I'll take 2 at once. Should have interrupted that one. Getting some extra meaty haunch here as well. Let's take this one and round you up over this way. Take these 2 and bring you in as well. I'll take 3 in one go. That way I can just keep this running through quicker and get my last one at the same time, which is much nicer.
Get on with it.
There we go, level 116. Now you say go this way, I say go that way. Where's the ore? I saw you there. Rich monolite ore, that's always good. Your cat runs to the hills whenever you open the door. Smart cat, because there's bobcats with mountain lions in your areas. That is definitely a smart cat then. The owl that is around has been known to get little dogs and cats. Oh really? Wow. That's one big owl. So where are we headed? Ah, that was the wrong waypoint. I should have looked at the dots on the map. But sometimes it's better to just clear these and let it run it through. Why is he swimming? Boss Tack. He hasn't got a mount, he's just swimming with me. That's very odd. Right, let's head down this way. And hand in that one. Heart of Azeroth. And then I actually suggest you use the Hearthstone. Okay. Back to the Snug Harbour Inn it is. He swims in the air just like in your dreams. Floaty dreams. Marsburg, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. I think I've gotten too short now since I moved the camera for Cookie. There we go. Let's just move that down a little bit. She's curled up asleep on the bed behind me now. All tucked up for the night. 2 of them are outside cats that came with the house. We got 4 inside, so 4 litter boxes. Clean cat boxes for a living. Right, what have we got? Next on the list. Use the flight path. Which flight path? Because you want me to go this way. That's on here. Where to though? Use boat, Firebreaker, Expedition, Tiragard Sound. Probably don't need to do that. I could probably fly. So we're going from there to there, it looks like. A letter to the League. Carry on that way. But I don't mind. Gives us a chance to talk whilst it's going through. Did I see that someone posted on Reddit about Shard or Ice Shuffle? All the markets on the servers are emptied out. Oh, really? Is that for the Pants Shuffle, Metcap? That's interesting. It's interesting whenever something like that goes on the goes on sort of like the forums and things. You can almost anticipate everyone giving it a go. But that's what it's there for. It's you know, we are a community of sharing. And now it's been fully sold out for days. So then would be the good time to go on as a silk farmer like Will and go and collect a whole load up and then sell it for a good price. Right, next section, pick up some quests, hand in some quests, and then follow the waypoint. And do we need to go inside? I've got a feeling we need to go inside. Where do we need to do? Pick up 2 quests. Yeah, I don't think we've got in the right area here. We need to go inside here. Here we go. And I'll pick up these quests first, because I'm sure we'll need to pick something up as we go. And then there's someone else inside. Over here, I remember doing these before. Those pants take ages to craft. Yeah, that is the downside, obviously. Right, now we've got lots of stuff. Okay, need to defend on this. We can do that quite easily. Goosefire, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing a bit of casual levelling at the end of the stream, so it's good to have you here. That. Living artifact. I'm sure we get something at the end of this that's quite good. Or I remember it being good way back in time. Let's stand out of the way of that. So I need to heal up a little bit. Move out of the way of that, because that looks dangerous. I do like the death grip. That's really, really handy as a death knight. It's a really nice thing to have from a positioning point of view. Is he still going? Finally. There we go, can we hand that in? Then we can head on out. So I'll take the Ancient Protector whilst I'm here. Peak is a nigh on unkillable to cause the self-heals part of your rotation. Yeah, it does seem to be. You're just having those self-heals. I mean, I remember doing, when I was doing Korak's Revenge with me, I was able to solo one of the NPC bosses a lot easier than I thought I was going to be able to. Not like the boss, but one of sort of like the lieutenants, I believe it was, near one of the graveyards. I'll just follow my way around. I'm guessing Awakened Guardian slain. Do we have Awakened Guardian? I don't think I've done that. Are you in here? Before I disappear. Ancient Protector. And there's also in here Trust Relics, actually. I'll do that as well. Okay, so we don't need that. But we'll do all of this whilst we're here. Might have taken on more than I can manage here. Let's try this. Once I can get my AoEs going. Then we seem to be much better at keeping on top of things. There we go. That one and the relic. It looks like the other one's up a little bit further, so we'll work our way around over there. Ignore them, and ignore, well, I'll have to get that one on my way past. Living artifact, we'll do that one. Any idea in the UK if you'll be heading back to work anytime soon? Well, we've got at least another, what is it, three weeks on our lockdown. So nothing as of yet, certainly. So it looks like we need to go up more than anything else. There we go. New to your profession and you're struggling getting expulsum. Is there any good way to get them? A good way is to make tide spray braces if you can. Or if you have inscription, make some of the lower trinkets with the spare ultramarine you might have. But the tide spray braces is usually the better one among them. Right, I'm just going to carry on running. I'll get a couple of these. And then we can pick up that whilst we're here. Might as well get a few of those. Okay. Just curious, Colorado's looking to open soon. Oh, really? Governor calling it safer at home kind of confused that. I could use the work. Yes, I think a lot of people are certainly struggling in these times. Need to just focus a little bit here because I'm not quite doing well healing wise. Need to spam the right buttons. My 3 is also good for this. Getting a little bit extra health. There we go. And then I can pick up that crate as I go. And then keep on going around. Have I changed my PC setup, a different camera angle? I have basically moved upstairs since I've been working from home. Which is why we very sadly don't have an Oreo near us nearly as often as he normally is on stream, which is such a shame. But because I'm working from home, it's a lot easier for me to be up here and sort of out of the way of everyone else. Oh, I didn't even realise the time there. I need to sort myself out and leave this area. One moment. In fact, I might just... Where are we at in terms of map-wise? It might be a good idea because I'm in the middle of this quest at the moment and we need to do this Awakened Guardian all the way up here. Is I'll park myself here for the moment in a nice safe area and we'll come back to this a bit later. I think that's probably best. I'll log out for now just whilst I'm here. It is time to read to my daughter for a little while and then we'll spend some time with my family. Don't forget to relist the enchants. I won't do that tonight, but what I will do though is get ready to send a raid on over. Is Tomcat still on? Yes, he is. So we'll do a raid over to Tomcat tonight, who is basically the add-on developer for Tomcat stores and all those lovely add-ons that you might not have been, you might or might not be using. So I'll do a /raid Tomcat, get that set up. I want to say big massive thank you everyone, really enjoyed the Mythic dungeon tonight, that was really good. So we will be at 7 AM, 8 AM, yes I'll definitely do that Mushy. I'll get ready for reset day certainly. Is that right? Yes that is right. Your state had a spike case because of all the anti-protesters. Oh really? Wow. Well hopefully everyone can stay safe, so please do, and my next stream will probably be on Thursday, so have a lovely evening everyone. We'll send a raid over to Tomcat and I will see you all very soon. From me and the sleeping cookie, good night and farewell. Right, let's run through. And we'll send that through.